Primitive.
Okay, so last time on Numenera, we entered the Levoid hideout. You had just exited the other world, known as Eden 011B. You had taken Samantha, the glowing orb, with you, because she may have insight where these keys of creation are. You had discussed with her that finding these keys and creating another world, an entire new world, terraforming it, basically, would be a good idea, or a profitable one at least. And after leaving the other world and exiting you back into the cold desert, you took the forest path back to Valheim, but were distracted by a ruin, and you thought you'd explore it. You climbed down into the belly of the ruins, and you ended up encountering some of the local Levoids, as the Valheim villagers call them. These mechanical insects that you ended up basically fighting. Quite a lot of them. Getting quite hurt, leaving, and coming up under Valheim through the catacombs. And that is where we begin. So I believe you guys just literally lifted up a trapdoor. And Sildro was the first to climb up into the catacombs, surrounded by darkness. You were using your pyramid as light, I believe?
Yes, that's right.
So
we just climbed up that long ladder.
Yeah, very long.
Yeah, I remember.
And
do we have a map at all?
You don't have a map, no, but around you, the dull light from your pyramid is lighting up hundreds of ancient tombs, stone grey tombs, with humanoids portrayed in resting poses on their lids, carved in humanoid likeness.
I found sleeping people.
They're more like statues, you know, like on top of the sarcophagus lid. Yeah. And there's two rows either side of you, and it just goes on. And above you, you've got old stone arcs littered with old kind of wires hanging down from the ceiling, and you can see in the distance there's a blinking blue light.
Right, way off. How far?
We're talking. You can't really tell the distance because it's dark down here and it's quite far away. But as far as you know, a couple of 100 yards maybe.
There's something in the distance, blinking.
Well, I don't think I've ever learned about dungeons or caves, whatever you want to call this place. Just follow the blinking light. That's a sensible idea.
Sounds good. It could be some sort of console or something to help us get out of here.
Treasure.
I don't want to end up like one of these. I kick one of the coffins as I go by.
Okay, as you kick it, you realise it is quite sturdy stone, and as you kick it, it lights up, revealing the body, the sarcophagus stone body, in bluish grey aqua light, and then above it, a magical illusion appears of the person. It's Elizabeth
That's
Danish.
a ghost!
Elizabeth Danish. And it just says her name out loud, echoes all the way down.
Hello.
These are some fancy tombs.
Can I use my knowledge of machinery or
Yeah, go ahead.
sense magic or something like that to
It's a level 3
see
check,
what it is?
but I believe you have some sort of...
Numenera.
I
You've got
have
Numenera.
knowledge of machinery.
Yes, so definitely
Numenera.
reduce it down to a level 2.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah, nice. Okay, so these are kind of like tombs from a past age. They have some sort of information on whoever's entombed here. You immediately walk over to it, press one of the buttons on the side, and a panel falls open, revealing some ancient language plastered across the keyboard. And as you type in, just basically playing around, the illusion moves, her arms come out, she begins what looks like to use some sort of improvised dance. But then you see that figures, an alphabet of sorts appears, pages of writing, script. You think that whatever this is like maybe like a life story or something like that.
Okay.
So these tombs are
Some
quite
sort of
fancy.
like museum tomb place.
Doesn't kind of look like a museum to you. It's more kind of just the way that they may be entombed their dead, and left their memory in the machine, basically. All their story, all their data's there.
Maybe they're not dead.
We haven't got time to read their life stories, Nebo. There's dozens of these.
Dozens, there's hundreds.
Hundreds even.
Yeah.
I shine the light up across the corridors and it just
Yeah.
illuminates endless rows of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
What kind of? You said they're like sarcophaguses or coffins or whatever.
Yeah, the sarcophagus, but they look fancy.
Are they all like kind of like stone,
Yes.
or are they made of some other material?
As you peer closer and investigate, you see that the actual stone's got all of these sharp white lines going through it with right angles jutting around, and when you type, you see electrical blue energies traveling through those lines. And you can all see it lighting up like something from, I don't know, I can't think of the science fiction film off the top of my head, but Tron. The way that the lights, all lighting up all the way around it. So obviously it's not just your usual bog standard stone.
I feel like we shouldn't be pressing any buttons on the strange corpse holding things.
Yeah, we've learned enough about touching random things we don't know about.
That's how we got you.
How many are there? Are these nobles or?
By the illusions, you can see that they're all different types. If all Sildra has to do is start like walking towards them and touching them, and then it appears you see there are a few children, there's like dozens of old people. As you're walking along, you see more illusions appearing.
Is there anyone noticeable or like of higher status that I can notice whilst I'm walking through?
Yes, there is one up on a dais, and the tomb isn't laying down, it's put up kind of vertically, leaning against the wall, as if someone had excavated it and put it there. But no one, well, even you, Sildro, aren't strong enough to like lift something like that. I'm just going to move you over because I've actually put you both on the wrong place on the overlay. There you go. Much better.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so it looks like someone's excavated it or moved it at least.
But it looks more noticeable than the others. Like,
Yeah.
it's more.
noticeable. The person displayed is more regal looking, and the illusion comes out slightly like diagonally because of course it's not laying down.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of lean under, and you see this person wore a crown.
I think I found a big cheese.
Cheese.
What's his name?
As you look around, you're not really quite sure because you don't understand language. You might need to call Furs or Nebo over to make a check. Unless
Have you heard of
actually
this guy?
have Numenera training. Do you, Sildrick?
No, I don't.
No, so
Don't be stupid. He can hit over now.
he can hit it, but he cannot understand it.
What would I have to roll in order to kind of access like any like other data that might
Bank
be
accounts.
in the program, like, rather than just information?
Yeah, roll the Numenera roll. This is difficulty 4, but because you've got Numenera, is it trained or?
Yeah,
Okay, let me check.
Trained, not skilled.
Ah, he's trained.
trained and skilled for me.
Oh, so it goes
trained
down
and
to level
skilled,
2, so difficulty
Okay.
2. What did you get, sir? Ah, 0. So close. So you managed to actually get into the database. It's a spreadsheet of sorts. And as you begin manipulating the illusion with your fingertips, swiping through, seeing if you can glimpse anything or understand anything from the actual illusions, it just slips away and a big red cross appears on the illusion.
Access denied.
Yes, and the tomb seems to, the sarcophagus seems to shut down.
Excuse me, Nebo. Might I have a go? I'm just
Go
gonna
for
wait.
it, although I'm not sure this one will work anymore.
Oh.
I've locked us out.
Do you have... It'll be a level 5.
What for me?
Yeah, but if you've got skilled and trained, you can reduce
Yep, I got Numenera, so let's reduce it to 4. But let's see what happens. No.
Still unable to just get into that database. Still unable to grasp the information you're after.
What are you exactly trying to access? Bank accounts or something? Credit card details?
Because
Well, they might be useful if they were there, but it's more just to understand exactly what this is and where we are.
Can
But
we,
as we're having no luck, I think we should just carry on heading towards that light in the distance.
can we like pop out Samantha before we go and see if she knows anything about this area?
She kind of levitates above your head and goes, "Hello. Now that we are away from the Levoids,
Mm-hmm.
it's safe for me to be out here. Am
Yep.
I correct?
For now.
Excellent. Thank you.
Just keep your orbs open.
I feel a little bit of sarcasm, Buzz. It's unbecoming of you. She floats down. She goes, these look like... Checks her up and down and goes, database tombs. It's been a very long time since I've seen one of these.
How long? Oh, never mind. I don't.
She begins listing up a really long number, and you're like, never mind.
Do you know how we would go about accessing this information at all, Sammy G?
I could, indeed, probably try to help you. Alas, I do not have digits. And she goes, by that, I mean fingers.
Need to get you some prongs or something.
Well, to be fair, neither do I, and I just wiggle my tentacles.
He goes, yes, ugly tentacles. Yes, Sildro.
Can I fit a pencil in between your, like...
I believe we had an agreement that we would get myself a new body.
Oh, yeah. We're working on that, okay?
We got distracted. Anywhere else to go in this tomb?
Except for the blinking light in the distance. Samantha then says, if you really want information, the only thing that you'll really find is children, family lions, and probably some sort of lingering debt. They used to be used by bankers. All information is stored on death.
Well, looks like I wasn't too far off.
Oddly enough, your stupidity made something.
How was that stupidity?
Let's go towards the blinking light now.
And then Samantha just kind of languidly floats forward, lighting up most of the area ahead, and she goes, ooh, a bright light. I'll probably hide now. And then slides in behind Sildro's back.
Well, hey. So, what arm or leg are we going for first when we try to find your body pieces?
What do you mean? Well,
we're not going to find a whole body in one place, are we? You're going to make us go and find one limb at a time.
Well, I do have limited information about Steadfast, but I do know, Sildro, that there is a nearby city that will host
Constipation?
She kind of crashes for a second, her light goes dead, she drops to the ground cold and dead. And then 3 seconds later she lights up and then floats back up and goes, sorry about that, I was rebooting. What I was saying is there is a nearby city where a certain individual will have one of my bodies. He has a museum of Numenera.
And hopefully a firmware update.
I did send a message to him, but he did not arrive with you three. He is from the same city as Nebo. And then she kind of like turns slightly towards, as if she had a face to face Nebo.
Looking forward to going back, Nebo?
We're not going back. Okay.
I didn't think.
That's all you need to know.
But Nebo,
what city is that?
That city is Nihilesh. I believe that's how you pronounce it, is it not, Nebo? I am unfamiliar with your tongue.
Oh,
That is close. Nihalesh.
Oh, harsher. Nihilesh. Her voice reverberates down the category.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Nebo's got loads of friends there.
No.
It sounds like a place we should go to.
I'm sure we can contact him in other means rather than going back there. You saw that guy chasing us on the sand hovercraft device
He's dead now.
thing.
Yeah, he
He's
was
not
like
dead.
an adoring fan
I
of
saw
me.
him.
All right.
Wants me. And he's got something of mine. Okay, maybe we should go back. I need that back.
There you go. We'll kill two birds in one stone. Maybe quite literally kill them. But let's go towards that light.
Okay,
I'll stride forward.
Yeah, Samantha leans in behind Sildro and kind of like fastens herself in his pouch, his like backpack, and then turns herself off so she's not a bright light. As you guys travel forward and you begin to get closer to the bright light, you see that there's a sort of like desk, some crates, some barrels, there's a wardrobe, a bed, and a ladder, a rope ladder that leads further upwards towards where the stone arcs are. And up there you can see a hatch, like a lever door that would lead up, further upwards. But here you do see that whoever lives down here has been like using it as a proper like bedroom. You can see that he has a bit of... There's some oddities on the table, just so you know. And a journal, like a book, leather-bound case.
Okay. I want to give this place a thorough look over, see how recent he's been here, and
Okay,
if there's
difficulty...
anything else stashed.
that would be an intellect task, difficulty 2.
Okay. Is it that one?
Yeah, okay, so it looks like you recent, because there's a plate of food, with a knife and fork, and there's a bit of bread on there, and as you poke it, it's fresh. You wipe some of the butter away, sniff it, not off, not anything like that. So recent, he's had dinner here within the last day, and you notice that the ink pot, the ink well, is wet.
Looks like they have a keeper here.
Or a, I can't think of the word.
Hermit.
Yeah, sure. That's not what I was thinking.
See these oddities. Check those out as well.
Okay, so there seems to be a lens of sorts, like a monocle.
Hmm.
If that would suit you.
As you lift it up to your eye and look through it, you can see through part of the chair and part of the bed.
So it's like pseudo X-ray-ish.
Yeah, it only sees through 1 centimeter of material.
That's cloves, though.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. The first kind of thing.
And you notice that you
can't
have to
see
be
through
really
it.
close. You kind of have to be within about 10 feet for it to work.
Right. Okay.
And it literally is just like a circular lens about an inch in diameter. If they're really
So
It's
I'll
a pervert's monocle.
strap that.
Name it that. I love it. Pervert's monocle. If you want to take it, it's called Pervert's monocle.
Brilliant. Okay. I'll try and. Can I try and pop the lens out of it and maybe I want to use it in my goggles, so it's like a flick down lens sort of thing.
Oh well, we'll get. If you want to do it right now,
Yeah.
that'll be a.
Maybe when I've got time to tinker with it.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, we can do that later, but it'll be an intellect check and about an hour's worth of time.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficulty 2, so it's not going to be anything.
All right. So for now, I'll just.
Isn't Nebo a crafter? Couldn't he do that for you?
Sure he is. For now, I'll just
Um,
pop it in my top pocket.
I work with more mechanical sort of stuff.
Oh, blah, blah, blah.
And I'll let the little chain hang out. It's like an actual monocle.
Excellent.
And
Yeah.
lift it up and be like, oh.
Yeah, I've noticed that Nebo is more kind of machinery and magic, whereas Furs is more Numenera. And some good physical stuff.
I got Indiana Jones in.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got the rope ladder to your right. Yeah, there are some more oddities, sorry. There's a what looks like a piece of amber. But as you get closer to look at it, you see a human face. It's only about the size of a marble, but as you pick it up, you can see a sneering human face in it.
I ain't touching that one.
Maybe it's like part of a set and you got to collect them. I'm going to take tiny amberhead.
Yeah,
Furs, you take that.
the amber.
Keep it in your pocket with pride.
So
The
yes,
first edition of your collection.
what are you up to now?
Well, if there's the ledger, I guess we should open that and check out what's he been up to and.
Okay, so you take the ledger and you move it closer to the blinking blue light by the rope ladder, and it looks like a data. It's got like columns and numbers, and you think that it corresponds to the tombs. Because at the back there's a map of the actual catacombs that you're in. He's divided it up and he's numbered each of the tombs.
Is there any
And-
dates on it?
No dates, but he seems to have ticked certain ones. That person seems to have ticked certain tombs. And you look around you and see there's a lot of stone piled up. And you did notice while walking down there, some of the tombs were missing. Closer towards this area, some of the tombs were missing. And it
Okay.
corresponds
To the
some
ones
of
that are
ticks.
ticked.
Yeah, some not. So maybe he's ticking ones that have certain things in it. Maybe he's ticking ones that don't have certain things in. You don't know.
But either way, the ones that are ticked are missing.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you make of this?
sounds like he's searching for something, I would guess. It's maybe stored in one of these places. You know, a lot of people used to store valuables with them when they died.
Hmm.
It's
So
true.
he's not really a keeper. It's more like a grave robber.
Yes, something like that.
As you guys are kind of like talking, above you, you hear the hissing of something. Like, and it dies away. And as you all stare up, you see there are tubes running from the ceiling, and one of them issues forth steam. And as it reaches towards you guys, it smells faintly electrical and is warm.
I have goggles that allow me to see through steam and smoke.
Yep, and that's why you can see the pipes above you. And you remember that Valheim had a steam-powered windmill.
Yeah.
You have a feeling you're below it.
Yeah, makes sense.
So wait, we've travelled from all the way.
Well, you were about
Outside
a mile away from the forest, weren't you?
We
From
were.
the
So we've been in this dungeon for like a mile.
Yeah, I mean, like, including the catacombs and then travelling that you did. Yeah.
Someone's got a little secret entrance into the windmill and into the catacomb, vice
Not
versa.
necessarily an entrance, but pipes. Definitely. We haven't seen a way up or anything yet, have we?
Yeah, we
Oh, yeah, you
have.
see the
That
rope
rope
ladder.
ladder over there.
The rope ladder
Yeah,
leads
but-
to a hatch, which leads upwards.
But nothing that went straight directly into the windmill.
Well, you think
It
so.
leads upwards, so it can only mean one thing.
After you, Sildro.
Of course.
Okay, so you
We'll-
climbing up?
Oh well.
Okay, so it's easy going. You manage to get to the top. You manage to put one hand on the hatch while holding onto the ladder, push it open, and you climb up to the cylindrical insides of an old windmill that is no longer in use. But pipes run out of the wall to your right, literally right near your head, travelling towards a furnace, a large, massive furnace, and there is a man, topless, and which is surprising because Valheim is, the cold desert's quite cold, but you can feel the warmth coming from a furnace that he's shoveling what looks like black dirt into. And you see that's lighting up and powering stuff that leads up away from it towards the ceiling and then spreads out. And you remember Valheim had tons of tubes heading out of the windmill powering the entire village.
Let's see. Has he noticed me yet?
Nope, he's got
Okay.
some sort of headphones on, noise cancelling headphones. But they don't have like the top part, they just have two. He's got like two earmuffs attached, and you see he's just shoveling away this black rock into the furnace.
Is he like boogieing as he does it, or?
Nah, he obviously hasn't got music on.
Oh,
He's
okay.
just because the roar of the furnace is
Quite
loud.
loud.
And to your
Right.
left, the tiny there's like only a door that's about 3 foot tall that kind of like is opened and leads out into the village. You can actually slightly hear the hubbub of the village beyond.
All right.
And blades
I'll,
of light are coming in through the arrow slits above you near the ceiling.
Sildro, what's up there?
Don't shout. There's a man
Alright.
shoveling coal, and we're in the village again.
Oh, well that's
Come on,
good.
And
You can come up. I'll approach this guy from behind, and yeah, obviously he can't hear me, so I actually have to like tap him on the shoulder.
Okay, if you tap him on the shoulder, he kind of like stops, drops his shovel. Hello, sir. And as he turns around, you see the muscular back and the muscular man that you saw is more like a muscular teenager. And he
Oh,
turns
I
around,
see.
revealing this boy of perhaps 15 or 16, and he goes, looks you up.
What's your name, boy?
Sigmund, where did you come from? You didn't come from the Elder's place, did you?
The elders.
He points towards the hatch, which furs is now tentacles go slop and then climb out.
Hello.
He goes, how many of you are there down
Maybe.
there?
Just the three of us.
Why
We
would-
made it if we could try. And no, listen. Now there's a lot of tombs down there. Did you know about that? Is that your village's?
Elder Caleb says I shouldn't go down there. I didn't know there were tombs down there. I shouldn't be
Elder-
hearing this.
well, lucky you got your earmuffs on.
I know
Yeah.
you guys. I saw you 2 weeks ago. You're the ones that bought the Yanin that never came back.
Well, we came back. Look, we're here.
That's
Yeah, but-
right.
No, I meant you never brought back the stable master Zanine.
It returned itself.
No, it never came back.
Yeah.
We send it back.
But it never came back.
We thought they were returning beasts.
Well, he did. He petitioned to Elder Caleb to have you found.
But
Now we're gonna have debt.
are
God,
we wanted criminals?
No, not criminals. I mean,
we're just debt.
you just
We've
owe
got
the man
debt.
about 150 shins. That's all.
It's like climbing gear all over again.
Damn it. Listen, you get back to work. I'll grab his headphones and put them back over his ears.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was.
Great. I don't think we're about to wander around in this town unless we go get that beast back. You don't happen to have 150 shins on you, do you, Nebo?
No, I am skin shint, mate.
Skin shin. Right. I have a grand total of 0.
I think I have 1. 3
Oh.
even. I'm rich. Well, I mean, I guess.
Or we just, leave the town, never come back,
I thought you were going to suggest kill the people.
That is one option.
kill the stable master. I mean,
Wait a minute. Is this... Who do we buy it off?
You bought it off of a stable master, unknown name. You just
No, that's right.
yeah
Rented.
You rented. Yes, that was it.
If we bought it, there wouldn't be any issue.
I think you spent most of your last shins actually renting it.
Yeah, I think we
yeah,
did.
I have 0.
Listen, do you reckon this Caleb's up to something? Something,
What if he's telling people not to go underground into the caverns?
A lot of
Mhm.
villages tend to have like underground ancient structures that they're
Sure.
that their
But
certain people
you
get to
guys-
visit.
There's some fishy business with the ledger. I think we've got some dirt on Caleb.
Possibly.
If
Good
so,
idea.
we blackmail him, get him to pay for the beast.
That is just so small-minded. Let's blackmail a village elder to get rid of our small debt.
Well, see,
I
that'll we
think
go hunting.
What, for the elder? That
No.
seems a bit-
The beast.
Oh,
Don't worry about the beast.
yeah.
Well, I could track it, but if
It's
we
probably dead
Look,
by now. To be
We
honest.
don't need to go after this beast. It's lost. It's gone.
It's
This
been-
guy is never going to come and find us. If he does, well,
he
I'll
said
just-
he
I'll
sent out
just
like
blow
a
his head
petition. So we're probably everyone in the town probably knows about it.
It's been like 2 weeks. The beast is probably dead.
just blow his head off, right, Nivo? Excellent.
All right then, what do we want to do here? Do we want to find Caleb?
I say go to Caleb, see if he has any information regarding this underground crematorium.
Oh, I think he does.
That was menacing. Oh, I think
Um,
it does.
and see exactly what someone was digging for down there.
All right, we know where he was last time, don't we?
Yeah,
Maybe
he
we
was,
should
in the,
ask.
he was in the village hall. Do you remember me telling you that there was like a
Yeah.
cathedral of sorts
Yeah.
built into the mountain behind the village? He
I
would be
remember.
there. You walked up to him. So you go out into the main street and it's quite
Move
busy.
swiftly. Try to like cover our faces as best we can.
Yeah, you can kind of like go.
I'll pull my
that-
hood up.
If you actually want to go unnoticed through the town, I
Yeah,
need
I'll pull my hood
a
up and try to.
speed check from your of difficulty 2. If you've got stealth as a trained skill, or sneaking, or anything like that, you can reduce it. But
I might just peg it through the town.
make an athletics check instead.
I do have running
I've got jumping.
and jumping. We could go for the rooftops.
Is it? I don't think this is a tightly packed town, is it?
Oh,
It's
it
rather-
is. Yes, it's very packed. It's very
Oh,
old
it is.
buildings, and they're all kind of really circular, though, with conical roofs. So,
Oh, great.
Oh, that's
It'd be
not
hard to jump
convenient.
across.
I mean,
I think
you
if
can
I
see the
fall off a
picture,
roof-
can't you? So,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, it might be a bit tricky to jump from roof to roof. I'll just go with the speed.
Yeah.
What, just
Difficulty what now?
Difficulty 2.
Okay, yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, 1.
So, what about you, Furs and Nebo?
Yeah, I'll try for a stealthier approach through the town. Here we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
I guess I better be the one that fails in.
No.
No.
Nope.
So you managed to make it all the way to the town hall, as the people call it, without anyone noticing you. You just brush past people, Well, at one point, the oddities seller that you guys bought stuff
Oh,
on
yeah.
kind of thinks he sees you, and you see him go, ah! And that you guys, shh, as you walk past him, and he goes, yeah, got it. And as you walk up to the town hall, you see the two guards with their cog shields and their spears just nod at you as you walk in. And you see Elder Caleb, he's kind of walking about with his ledger out, noting down what looks like taxes as people are talking to him. He's got about 5 or 6 people around him, and he turns and he looks at you, narrows his eyes, and he goes, well, well, well. If it isn't
Hello.
the group of people that asked me where our Aeon priest was. You've been gone for some time.
Yeah, we had.
Yes.
May we speak with you privately?
I am kind of busy here. Is it urgent?
We went in your tombs.
Excuse me?
We need a private word, Caleb. Can we go somewhere?
We can. He looks kind of perplexed. He goes to his secretary. I'll be one moment with our friends here. And he brings you to one side. It's like not in its own room, but it's a set of chairs and a desk just off to the far side of the cathedral by what would have been an altar years and years ago. Can I help you then? What tombs are you talking? Are you talking about the ones
Below the
village?
windmill.
Oh.
We found this.
We found a second entrance first of all that we entered by mistake, obviously.
Okay. What have you found then? I mean, he looks. He goes. I'm
Place
not
the ledger on the table.
Okay.
With my
First
hand
of
on
all,
top of it.
this is none of your goddamn business. And I don't know how you managed to get into our tombs, but he kind of looks across the room towards the two guards, and you see he's debating whether to shout for them or not. And he goes, "Are you guilty? And are you admitting that you've been grave robbing? I don't understand why you brought my own stuff to me."
Well, we didn't loot your grave because you're still alive.
Look, this is none of your business, but if it must be explained, it must be explained. I, personally, harvest Numenera from the tombs below.
Mm-hmm.
Any particular reason?
Oh, I see, you want me to elaborate. Because they're
Go on.
worth money,
Okay,
worth
fair enough.
currency, and we can trade with the nearby villages with them.
That's fair
Speaking
enough.
of money,
Look, I am guilty of desecrating graves, but these people, they lived millions of years ago. They're not missing it.
He is correct. They are dead and probably don't miss anything.
just how much shins you acquire from these Numenera?
Some. I'm assuming you want to persuade him.
I would like a ballpark figure.
Yeah,
Run
can
into
you make
our
an
own.
intellect check? And he's level 3, so
Okay. Can I spend from my pool?
you
some-
can spend free. Oh, by the way, just so you know, I've added the rules under info. You'll see that there's actually the rules called pool now.
Yes. Yeah.
That will explain to you how to spend them, so I don't have to keep repeating.
So it costs me how many?
3 minus your effort for the first point.
So it cost me 3. All right, I'm
No,
in
it should,
bed.
cost you, it should cost you 1, shouldn't it?
I've got effort. Oh right, my effort's 2. Correct.
Oh, no.
It's minus edge you're talking about.
Yes, it's edge. Sorry.
Okay, I don't have any edge in intellect, so it'll cost me 3, I guess.
Yep.
Which puts me to 0, so I'm impaired now. No.
Oh, brain hemorrhage.
How do I ask this question?
I'd
it
be
goes down to-
disabled if I did that.
Yeah, so it costs
So it
3.
goes down to a difficulty 2 now.
Yeah, so it costs
Standard.
3, and then you can spend an extra 2 to get it down even further. So what did you get?
So it was a difficulty 3. I spent 3 to put it down to 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll.
Okay, so instead of doing your usual and trying to intimidate him with a
Yeah.
white check, you try to reason with the man, and you say, "Look," he goes, "Look, it brings in a couple of 100 shins a month. That's enough to feed the starving, help build some houses, construction project, help repair the bridge. Okay? What are you gonna do? Start reporting me? This is the cold desert, stranger."
No, I think you're probably Probably thinking logically. They're not being used. Numenera could be used to help the living rather than the dead. However, we want some help. We've run into some debt, and it's about 150 shins. If you say you go into 100 a month or so, that's nothing off your back.
He just stares at you and goes, "Wait, oh wow, you seriously? You want me to pay that?"
Yeah,
No,
we have
leave.
nothing.
I don't know you. I'm not paying your debt.
Well, can't
What
you
is
just
this
use
debt?
your
What is this debt with?
the stable master? Because we rented out an whatever the hell they're called.
An aneme.
To-
You rented out an aneme from the stable master.
Mm-hmm.
And we entered a place that seems to bypass the laws of time, and we've been on for 2 weeks.
Look.
And for us, it was like an hour.
I don't
You
know
can
what
keep
you
your
just
little
said.
secret. Just pay the debt and give us a few on the side, just to
Whoa.
make do.
He puts his hand back and goes, "Right, the aneme will come back. Just go. Get the hell out of my town."
Well, we still have dirt on you, so we're not leaving without anything. If you want to continue your little operation, we want to cut now.
Let's just go for now.
He stands. "Sir, I would leave if I were you."
My
Yes.
persuasion roll, though.
That was to persuade him to tell you how much he earns.
let's,
Sounds good.
let's just let bygones be bygones anyway. You have another entrance to your team that you might want to sort out unless you want anybody else randomly walking into it. That's probably good information for you to know.
Wait, you opened up the other side. That was locked for a reason, because the Levoid nest.
They're
The
dead.
Levoids are dealt with. So, in a way, you owe us twice now.
Oh my god,
Wait a
Sandra,
minute.
stop it.
You actually destroyed the nest.
Yes.
I think so. We think
Was there a bounty for that?
Stay
We
here.
killed a lot of
He walks off.
Perfect.
And then as you
Um,
guys are sitting there for 30
So,
minutes,
we're skint. We have nothing to our name. We need at least something to get by.
Well, I mean, he's left us in his office. Let's help ourselves to the refreshments.
yeah, as you do, Samantha kind of floats out of Sildro's backpack, goes,
Shh.
Hey, listen.
Listen.
We should probably get out of here. Look, I am a good read on human insight and intention. He is going to probably kill you all, and I will be forced to pretend to be a marble. Or
He's an old
eternity.
man,
Yes, but
and he's got
an
no
old man.
evidence.
He's
Power.
one man with 2 guards at least, and the fact that we've just come out of a Levoid nest, and you're impaired. I'm nearly dead. Nebo's Nebo.
He's obviously gone to
I
get our
definitely need
reward.
a long rest.
Yeah.
He's
A
gone
long
to get our
rest.
reward. We've finished off that nest of Levoids. There's probably a bounty. That's what he's
All right,
getting.
but he's going to
I'm
check. That
absolutely bloody knackered.
he could be going to check that we dealt with the nest, and I'm pretty sure there were probably still things left in there because we couldn't be bothered to deal with them.
I mean, it would take him a while to go and check them.
Yeah, I don't think he's going all the way there.
Well, he just
Anyway,
has
he's
to
gone
go
to get-
down into his tombs, then go out the other door, poke his head around.
I don't think he would just leave us sitting here for like
He has.
3 hours. How long has it been?
Left you sitting. It's been about 30 minutes.
Does he have
Trust.
drinks?
I'm gonna go
and
poke
stuff?
my head out the door.
Okay, as you go to poke your head at the guy, you see the guards twitch nervously. One of them reaches for the buzzer at his side as you...
Where is Caleb?
Caleb will be right back, and he's told me to make sure you stay put.
Okay, but can we have some dinner?
He looks around at the other guy. The other goes, "Well, we can't leave him starving. Get him some corn." And a couple of minutes later, one of them comes back with it looks like the local favourite. It looks like, okay, to your characters, you don't know what this is, but as people, obviously you do. It looks like deep fried honeyed corn on kebab sticks.
This
So,
tastes like a neen.
the guy goes, "It's not a neen." Okay.
Everything starts to taste the same when you can eat everything.
We call it tiruk.
Yeah.
It's tiruk.
Sorry.
Mm.
Last time I had it, it was spicier than this, but
Okay.
I mean, well, we dig in, obviously.
Yeah, you're also
very
given
dark.
some ale to wash it down with.
Nice.
I would like to point out as well, in case anything happens, I'm immune to poison.
Yeah, okay. And within about an hour, you guys are finished, and Samantha's like, "Oh, I wish I had a body. To eat would be very human." And that's when the elder comes stomping in with 3 guards in tow, and they're dragging in nets what look like Levoid corpses.
What?
Is this
You
a
literally
dessert?
went all the way?
Is this dessert?
I didn't know you could trifle Levoids.
It's usually a jelly substance. You get their
the
all.
guards kind of like drop them all in the middle of the hall. Everyone kind of like gasps and parts, and he stops and he goes, "Wow, you really did deal with the nest."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys know it only takes about what, half an hour to get there and back. So he's obviously been there, got the guards.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So,
It was nothing.
well, it's not nothing. We've been troubled by this pestilence for far too long.
Great.
Well, I
so
guess
we're
that earns us a reward.
Look, you have killed, destroyed one of their nests of hundreds, but even that is something more than what we can do. We have a profession here in Valeheim, Leeward hunters, that hunt them and bring their Numenera back for the village's benefit. But yes, there is a bounty on Levoid
Pardon me.
corpses because they can be used. They can be recycled. And he points towards the mass and he goes, "That's 30 shins right there."
We should go back.
Well, we killed a lot more than you got there. We should go find some
No,
more.
you really didn't. It looks kind of like they got quite a bit of the corpses.
Most of them. Well, we'll take the reward.
Yep. Okay. He kind of walks towards his desk, looks you up and down, and goes, "Well, if you're ever back this way, we could definitely use some help. And I'm sorry about the misunderstanding. Do not worry about the Anin. It will come back. They always do." And then he hands you all like a small square bit of silver, and on the front it's got a V, and on the back it's got some ineligible text. And he hands it over to you. He goes,
What's
"They're
this shit?
rough. That's 10
This is
shin."
money.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, wherever you go in the world, in
Different.
the ninth world, it'll be different. But basically, shins means bits and bobs. So
yeah.
You've got like
So I
10
just don't
shins.
recognize it.
Yeah. For you,
I
shins
thought-
would be like shiny baubles, bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So
So when he gives me this thing, I'm like, is this an IOU or what?
no, this should be roughly worth about 10 to 15 shins, depending on who you sell it to. Or you can just
Okay.
use it for trade straight away.
Yes. Well,
You say it was worth about 30?
No,
yeah.
he hands you one each, so
Yeah.
they're worth about 10
that's-
to 15. Yeah.
Well, yes. It was quite an ordeal.
You do, in fact, look hurt now that I take a moment to peer upon yourselves.
Ah, you're offering accommodation. Good idea.
You may rest at the windmill.
Above all
Wait, the
the
noisy forge.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
There's
above
other
a huge
levels to the
catacomb.
windmill.
No, there's also like a house, like a granary storage next to it that you can stay.
Alright.
Oh, okay. We'll go there.
And we can get that man-child to tend to us or work on. I don't know. He can be our slave.
Oh, funny shit. Okay, so you
Double.
guys, I'm assuming take the full days to like rest and recover and recuperate. Yeah?
Definitely, yeah.
All right, so
Do
you
we-
guys can set your pools all the way back to the top.
Whoop.
Is there a quick way to do this?
I don't think so. You also get your recovery back. You know your.
Is that
Yeah.
all of it, or does it recover like one at a time,
No,
or
it
is it
recovers it all.
all recoveries? Okay, cool. No longer impaired. Okay. Sweet. That's everything then.
Yeah.
That is
Easy.
indeed everything. So you wake up the next day, refreshed, ready to go, wounds all healed and tended to, breakfast, and you need to come to a decision of what you're going to do next.
Samantha, do you have any idea of where your next key is, or where, aside from Nebo's home, which he doesn't seem to want to go back to, we can get you a body?
Samantha kind of floats out from, this time, Nebo's back pouch. You're like, how the hell did she get in
Wait,
there?
what?
Pretty sure she was in the other one. Pretty sure she was in Sildro's all night.
Stop
You are-
sifting around my backpack, Samantha.
Yes.
Fucking Nebby.
Won't be back in there. It smells. So,
Wait.
Get
the
in
next
bag.
key,
You got smell receptors on the
I have.
on that thing?
6 senses.
That means you could have tasted the dinner when you were all like, oh,
Taste is not one of my senses.
Oh.
that just seems like a grotesque oversight on whoever made you. But anyway,
The keys. She goes silent. Her dull green glow turns blue, and she goes, "I have no clue."
oh, okay.
What a great guide you are.
Who would have a clue?
I don't know.
Probably the part. Oh, great.
Then it could be anywhere in Numenera.
It could be anywhere in the Steadfast, because I believe I've located it down to this region of the supercontinent.
Well, let's go and find a map, shall we, so we can have a look.
Okay, so it's easy enough to like borrow or purchase a map of the cold desert.
Borrow.
Can we get one of like the entirety of Steadfast?
They don't have a map of the Steadfast because it's in the cold desert and they haven't fully mapped it.
Okay, flip neck. That's a lot.
Only where Valheim is situated.
That's it.
Yep, you see it? To the west of you, 100 miles, would be the Foundation Stones. And Nebo's home is Niliesh. That was also mentioned where the collector of the museum antiquity collector would be that would have Samantha a new body. You guys travelled through this area here on the Sandfly.
Yeah.
From Low 10 Post, which is here.
Okay. Well, and where did she say it could just be anywhere on this continent?
Not just this continent, the whole
Anywhere.
world.
Yep.
You couldn't be a little bit more specific, could you, Sam?
Well, I know it's in this part of the supercontinent, in the Steadfast. We are currently, technically, not in the Steadfast.
Well, I think the best place to go would probably be Nebo's pad, because there's the guy that seems to know stuff. He seems to know stuff about at least, like, you know, or has collections of Samantha bits, which is a
What
very
exactly
weird
did he
sentence.
steal from you?
Pardon?
What exactly did he steal from you? We're not going back for just a lucky charm, are we?
No, it's quite important to me. It's
Sentimental important or medication?
Just so you know, Siltro,
a bit of both.
just so I can update you, you did see it.
Yeah, it was like a weird
Button.
button.
Yeah, like some sort of contraption.
But do we know he's actually stolen it? Because
Before
we wouldn't have seen.
You didn't see him steal it, but you saw before Garrick and Nebo fell off of the Sandflyer, they were fighting over it, I think. They were trying to, like...
And I pretty much told you guys that he has it.
We know.
That's why I would want to go back, but I'm still into
We're going to trust each other and travel halfway across the continent to get it. I'm going to want to know a bit more details other than it's important. Why is it important?
That's none of your business.
Well, it is if we're going there.
We're not going there just for that, though, are we?
As a group, all of our business is our business.
Mr. Business.
Yes.
What is this outpost here?
You don't know.
Okay.
Could be
But
one
we
of
know
the
there's an outpost there.
Yeah, it could be
Or
one of the
some sort.
neighbouring villages.
Maybe we should travel there, like a halfway stop.
I mean, the other
And then
option
on to
is,
Nilahesh.
the other option is we go the opposite direction and go down to the port and catch a boat somewhere. But then we're going further away from our initial point of interest of your pad.
It's probably quicker to go to that point than rather than go to the river. But yeah,
I just meant if we wanted to go further into the Steadfast, you could go just catch a boat up the coast. But
Maybe.
that's later on, maybe. So we want to go to unnamed place.
You wanted to go to here first.
Yeah, we'll go there first as like a halfway pit stop. See what's there.
what is the foundation stones, by the way? While we're here,
You're not actually quite sure. You just know that the people
Samantha?
here call them the Sound Foundation Stones. Samantha goes, "Why would I know? I have not been to this planet in over 1.3 million years."
Oh my god, a number
And
that I
you guys
actually
start-
recognise.
You start to realise her figures don't quite match up. Earlier, she's telling you hundreds of thousands of years. You think she might be corrupt or broken.
Or just exaggerating.
oh yeah, I've taken everything she said with a heavy dose of salt.
Well, if
About
we
like a
go
table.
by its name, the foundation stones would be the foundation upon something, perhaps. So they're probably an older structure that's another place has been built around, maybe.
You guys are more than welcome to go exploring. That's what Numenera is about. Like, if you want to just go fucking that way and go see what's there, Go ahead. I'm not
No,
going to stop
Nebo
you.
wants to. He wants to get further away.
Let's
from
let's go over here. This will be much better.
Where did you ping? I didn't see.
Top left.
Right in the top left.
He points on the other side of the map.
You want to go to the Python Empire?
I've never
st-
even travelled that far.
I still reckon Alan's a good bet.
Alan?
Alan could be helpful.
Who's Alan?
I don't know. It's actually an I, but it looks like an L. So
Oh,
it's
Ian. Well,
Uh,
Let's go visit this outpost.
yeah, and
I
see
think
where
that's
we
a
go
good
from there.
start.
all right.
Then we could always go down to the Frozen Flowers or the Citadel. I
Okay,
really like the
so-
sound of the Citadel.
So, friends, my Numenera hunting friends, where are you going?
Victims.
And how are you getting there?
Gotta go
Aeroplane.
find that beast.
Let's not rent another freaking animal.
Well, I'm
That
walking
guy
away.
off who dropped us here with his new military sand flyer thing.
You want to go find a sandfly?
Yeah,
Was
we'll
that
go-
guy who originally take us? Is he gone?
That
Yeah,
was
he
2
would have
weeks
headed
ago.
back, but it was 2 weeks ago, and his name was Captain Larkson, I believe. One moment,
That's
I can
right.
tell you.
Yeah, we got his
It is,
card,
yeah,
didn't we?
Captain Larkson.
Yeah, we have his card. That's not much use though. Can't just.
Oh,
wiggle
unless
it
it's a
out.
special card that you can talk.
Clarkson's taxis, maybe?
You can head back to the port, because if you remember, his like little port where he stopped you was by the grassland. As the desert started to turn into
Yeah.
grassland, that's when the sandfly stops working. So it's powered by the floating stones above your head.
Okay.
Do we
Yeah,
know?
that sounds like the quickest way. A sand flyer.
Do we know how much? I know we didn't pay for our travel then. I didn't mean to ping then, but
Sorry.
when we got travel last time, do we know how much it would have been?
He
we would have
wanted
had to pay.
he wanted a shin each.
Oh,
So that's easy.
cheap. Yeah.
Oh, how many shins do we get off that other guy? Did we split them
10.
out?
It's 10, but with a good roll,
Each.
you could probably get it to 15. Like, as in bartering and stuff.
Okay.
It's just-
We've got
it's-
one each.
yeah, we got 10 each, unless you want to do some crazy bartering
It is
retrospectively.
silver, so you can bend it in half for 5, break it in half again for 2.5 type thing.
Okay.
All right then. Let's rent a sand flyer.
Okay, so you ask one of the villagers, and he points you in the right direction, and you follow this broken white brick path all the way to when the grass starts becoming tufts, and you begin walking past ruins on the outskirts of Valheim, until you have to climb up a ladder to see in front of you the vast kind of tan grey dunes of the cold desert, and you see that perhaps a couple of miles distance there is a campfire. You see white smoke billowing into the sky.
All right.
No sandflies so far.
So we've exited. I'm guessing like east of it, east of Valheim.
Yep. Northeast, I'd say, more than anything.
Is there desert on the other side as well?
Most
Is
of
this-
the
this
most
whole-
of the desert
this
is
whole-
between these two. So a lot of desert.
So there's no
around-
real desert around the foundation
around
stones.
that. No. Well, it is
Okay.
desert, but it's not the desert that can be used for the sandflyer.
Got it. All right. No sign of a sandfly. Oof.
You can head towards the campfire.
Mm. We'll have
Could
to.
man-
We'll just
Stumbling on
we'll have to
someone's
keep walking.
Let's walk a desert. Let's actually get some supplies though, potentially, just in case we are actually walking the whole distance.
Yeah, a bit late for that. Already left town, didn't we?
But you on the outskirts of town, as in a couple of miles away. You can head back if you wish. It'll only
Now,
set
how
you back
far
half
out?
an hour.
How far out is that campfire?
A mile distant at most.
Oh, it's not, so we could potentially go there and then
Yep.
head back into town, even though it's more effort if we needed to, or we can just go
We
back.
were told
now
the
and then-
sandfire would be here.
We were told this is where they,
Like stop
depart.
off. Yeah, right.
They wouldn't be here all day.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be
Well, if they're
ferrying
not
back and
here, we
forward.
might as well go back, get supplies, and then come back.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we want to get water, food, rations.
Enough for when? How long?
A week at least.
7
Yeah.
shins.
Ooh, is that for each or?
Each, yeah. for supplies.
Ouch.
Some pricey supplies.
But 1 shin a day, that's like a full free meals with water and a ration of alcohol.
I don't even need that shit. I can literally eat anything.
Yeah, yeah.
All
You
right.
can.
Well,
I mean, we can literally be really disgusting. You guys get food, and I'll just eat your shit.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
God.
So
I'd
much
rather
wrong.
not, but you know.
I might do
needs
some
must.
bartering then. I'm gonna try and sell back my huge glaive heavy weapon.
Okay, well, you head towards a blacksmith, and he says he'll take it off of you for 4 shins.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
And
He goes,
I'll try and buy a smaller, more medium-sized weapon like a spear.
okay, yeah, you can get a spear for about 2 shins.
And it's a thrown weapon as well.
Yeah, you can
Cool.
buy a spear for about 2 shins, and it can be thrown up to long range.
Okay, and then I'd like to try and barter with the rations guy.
Okay, go on.
With the
And in
hello, local hero, Levoid Slayers here.
He looks you up and down. He goes, yeah, I heard about you lot.
That's right. We're here to restock. Going out, killing more Levoids. Yeah.
Well,
Can you hook us up with some rations?
yeah, any killer Levoids is a friend of mine. He looks
Hey.
you up and down, and he goes, can you make an intellect check difficulty 1?
Okay. Yeah, 19.
19, which gets you an extra success.
Woohoo!
He looks you up and down, and goes, 3 shins each, and you can have a week's supplies, and I'll throw in
Oh.
some of my brandy. My wife makes it,
So wait.
so don't you go
Yeah,
saying bad
brandy.
stuff about it. And he brings you a green glass bottle, plonks it down.
Thank you
So,
very much.
3 shins each, instead of 7.
Are you gonna buy anything from him?
Well, this was
Thurs?
a roll for your entire group, if you want.
Okay, in that case, yeah, I'll spend it all. I'll buy it for like 9 shins and then bring it back to everyone else, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we get paid.
By the way, that also came with a winter's cloak, which you guys are sorely lacking.
I think I actually have one of those.
Oh,
It's the start.
yeah, but he's wrapped the supplies up in this kind of anine skin furry cloak for you guys as well.
Okay, cool.
You spent a couple of days here in Valeheim, and you realise it's pretty chilly. And
It's
most days
chilly.
there's a little bit of snow.
All right. I've knocked off 9 shins, so I've got
Nice.
3.
I'll give you,
Are you gonna buy some? Off
I'll
me?
give you the 3 shins back. If you
I will
want
also
mine.
give you 3 shins.
Do you Did you say you can eat anything, Thurs?
Whilst I can eat anything, it's not exactly the most desirable circumstances to be eating everything. Sometimes
Well-
needs must, though.
If we need to ration these,
How about-
then maybe we can maybe stretch this out a few more days between me and Nebo. But
If the need arises, then sure, I'll just eat whatever we come across.
okay,
In reason, unless, you're both dead, and then I guess anything will be edible then.
all right. We also got this nifty
I
winter.
don't like it when you talk like that.
Yeah, and Samantha comes out and she goes, that means he will probably eat your corpse like a rat. Ha ha ha.
Hey, Samantha.
Yes,
You gotta look
Yes.
at her and be like, I can eat anything. Even
Yes, but-
machinery.
trust me, I'd hurt you while coming out.
Fez, can I ask one
That's
quick
fine.
question?
Maybe.
Have you ever eaten a human being before?
No, definitely not.
That's okay then.
Insight check.
I have so far not had to. Whether or not I would is a different story.
All right.
If
Also,
all
here,
3 of us were locked.
I'll pass Thurs a winter cloak. We might need this if it gets chilly. I've already got one.
Yep.
Yes, I am a bit susceptible to the
Used
cold.
to traveling in the wilderness, but you can have this.
I see Nebo's fur coat is still alive. He's holding the cat then on camera.
Little ginger cat.
Is there anything
Right.
else you want to pick up before we leave?
I'm okay. Got my spear.
I'm all good.
Cool. I don't want to purchase any Oh, actually, I know what I want to purchase. I need to find a weapon dealer.
So you need to find a weapon dealer? Yeah, that's cool.
Someone that sells weapons.
Yeah, the same blacksmith that's like hammering Anine shoes and building spears for hunting parties. As you approach, you see he's got like a large battle axe up on the wall behind his market stall.
You're looking for a gun, aren't you?
Yes, I need a ranged weapon of sorts.
He looks you up and down. Yeah? What can I get you?
I need a weapon that will keep me at a distance. A projectile weapon. A ranged weapon of sorts. Not anything too fancy. Bows, crossbows, the simple likes.
He goes, one moment, let me take a look. And he heads back into his stall while the GM looks up weapons in the
Could have my
book.
buzzer.
I was just trying to find weapons as well, but they all disappeared.
Yeah, I've got a buzzer with 10
Characters
discs if you want it.
Okay, so I've got it here. You are after...
Basically, I want to find a weapon that would. I don't know if if the ranged weapons actually use finesse, which I assume, or speed, which I assume they do.
Buzzer does.
Yes, so does... so for the light weapons, you have the options of getting a dart thrower, a buzzer. He doesn't seem to actually have a buzzer, though. You got a blowgun.
Yeah, they're bloody expensive.
He's willing to sell you a bow and a set of arrows for a total of 6 shins.
It's not too bad, but I mean, at the same time, I'll get my own weapon.
Okay. He goes, are you sure? Look, how about
No,
I knock it down to 5 shins?
I was thinking about buying it anyway from you, but sure.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
He looks you up and down. So he's desperate to sell weapons.
Would you go back to the 6 shins? But would you be willing to make a small adjustment to a bow? I'm going to wiggle my tentacles. I don't really have hands, so could you just adjust the grip to be a bit more fitting for my tentacles?
He looks you up and down and goes, for a mutant, of course, I could try. And
All I really need is the grooves that your fingers would slot in removed, and just a bit more form into the handle so that I can get a decent grip on it.
look, I'll tell you what. What'll be easier for you? Look, and this will just be easier. And he runs into the back, comes out with a crossbow. Because I can give the crossbow and 12 bolts for the same price.
Oh yeah, sure. That's it. That sounds like a good deal.
So 6 shins.
Yep, 6 shins.
He hands the crossbow, and it's quite a nice crossbow. Steel capped handle. It's going to be easier for you to pull the string back and place it in and press the trigger. So,
thank you, kind sir.
yes.
So if anybody else is looking for any business, I will send them your way.
Yep. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Ain't you just lovely? I thought mutants were all, cannibals, abhuman bastards. You ain't too bad.
Yeah, some of them are like that, to be honest.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye out.
Sully the
Don't
name. Yeah.
All right. Don't
Never
start
trust
a
them.
fan club or anything.
worry. Jealous.
Let's get on with this. Find ourselves a sandflyer. Hopefully they're back in business. Maybe it was like their happy hour or something. Siesta hour, maybe. Who knows?
So, what about Nebo? Are you doing any shopping, or are you all good?
I'm all good. I'm gonna keep the shins that I've got just in case we run into trouble.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay, so
Heading back to the thingamabob.
Yep.
Well, just last chance. Do we want to go to the Foundation Stones as we're kind of next door to them? Do this map systematically, or just throwing it out there?
Foundation stones is the opposite directions to where
It
we're
is.
going.
But fine. Okay, no, right. Don't worry. Okay, so we head out east even, and
Okay,
we'll find
so
ourselves a
you
Sandflower
go-
if they're here this time.
yeah, you're going exactly east, yeah?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. As you head east, and it's another half a day's travel before you do see somebody, and this somebody is standing facing a wall. There's like ruins.
You having a slash?
No. Looks like an armoured soldier. Kind of like red hair blazing back from her head. Her hands at her side, and she's just slowly bashing her head against the wall. And you can see it
Wait,
from
what?
about 300 feet away. This person is just doosh, doosh, and she's surrounded by like what looks like ruins and crumbled stones. And in the distance, you can see plumes of smoke jetting up into the air, like sand. Sorry, classic signs of a sandfly. But that's further distant than this thing. Can I just go smack?
Normal behavior.
Maybe we should either give an extremely wide berth or actually go and see if that individual is all right.
How far away is the individual creature person?
About 300 feet away.
Oh, okay.
I'll pull out my shield and spear.
Okay.
And
Can we approach within 10 foot, and then I can scan whatever it is to understand exactly what it is?
When you get within 60, this thing stops, headbutting the wall, turns round, and you see empty eye sockets. And with a mechanical screech, goes doosh, doosh, and you realise that the footfalls are quite heavy. And
that's not just a heat stroke.
no,
Someone who's just lost in the desert for a few days.
Yes, the heat of the desert can definitely do things to your mind, but is that mechanical?
is that mechanical? Yes,
Yeah.
it looks very kind of like you see there's a wound in this person's chest, and you just see kind of like Numenera and electric whirring around. This thing stops and then says, "Blah, whoosh, blah, blah, Nilon, Kol, Sigodo, Scud," and then points its long, which you realise just now that its arms are rather long. As in, you know when they're about like maybe 3 or 4 inches longer than they should be, and it looks slightly off? It points behind you, like warning you away.
Oh, okay, yeah, I reply, yeah, sandfly for 3, please.
Okay, that's when it launches forward and its right arm turns into a 20-foot long barbed whip. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Jesus.
How do we do initiative?
again?
You just need to roll a d20, that's all.
If we're trained in it.
If you're trained in it, it just helps you go before the creature if you manage to roll. Because say, for example, its level is 5, right? Everyone over 15 would go before it, but because you've got an advantage on initiative, even if you roll 12 to 15, you'd still go before it.
Okay. I got 16 then.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna. Oh man, I forgot I should put your tokens out so you could have done it for me. Nebo,
I got 2.
you got 2, yeah?
Yep.
Lovely. Sildro,
16.
that's a good one. Furs,
8.
8. Okay, so bear with me as well because remember that it's been a while since I've actually played this as well, so I need to remember the rules. That's not bad. Okay, so Sildro.
I'm up first, but this thing, it looks like it's got a long range on this whip, doesn't it?
One moment. It does indeed look like it does have a good range on the whip.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get in close. Okay. Can I use my full movement to get right up next to it?
Yep.
And I'm guessing that takes out my turn, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. So you get right up next to it, and it's got the look of a vicious predator as you walk towards it, and this canine smile appears on its face, mechanical face, and the canine smile looks very wide. And as
But
you
it's
get closer,
humanoid.
yeah, it's humanoid. As you get closer, except for the barbed arm, the like tentacle whip,
Yeah.
you realise that it's rather humanoid, but mechanical. But as you get closer, the angle that you're going with your shield and spear. To your
Yep.
right, you see a flash of movement as another one comes running out the nearby wall, like between the arc, going, and this one's making a hideous screech, and you all can see it come running at Sildro.
Another. Okay, so I'll
I need
bring
you-
up my shield.
Yep. I need you to make 2 defense actions.
Okay.
What do you have?
I have my shield, and I'm specialized in speed defense.
Specialized, so that reduces by 2. You need to make 2 checks, level 2.
Okay, so because my shield is also an asset for speed defense, it increases it by 1 more.
Yeah, so right, level 1.
Oh, okay, excellent. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so they both come rushing at you, and as they whip out with their barbed hands, you block one, and you manage to literally dive and roll out of the next one as it slaps the sand and sends up this guft? That's a good word. Gust of wind and sand up into the air.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Nick.
Nebo. Wait a minute, sorry, Furs.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I apologise.
Can I? Oh wait, no. Can you hold your action in this?
I'm gonna go with I will allow you if you tell me when you want to delay your action to. So I can't remember.
So, well, in your little actions tab, there is a wait option that says select trigger, so it's like a reaction type thing.
Yes, excellent. Then that works.
Okay, so I would like to hold. I would like to wait until Nebo has done his scan of the targets before I attack. Assuming
Okay.
he's going to do his scan.
Okie
Good idea.
Okay, so Nebo, it's definitely your go then.
I will move within 10 foot and run a scan on the creature. Has the other one reached within 10 foot as well? Is it just the one that I can
They're
get?
both up against me.
Yeah, they're both
Okay,
there.
then. So it scans both of them, reveals its level,
Okay,
a
so
measure of how powerful, dangerous, or difficult it is.
The scout I say about its power level.
it reveals to you that it's level 4.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
And then it just says like details of how powerful, dangerous, or difficult it is.
There it is. You want to see what it looks like?
Wait,
A Master Go for.
Looks a bit like a badass version of me.
Yeah, with tentacles.
And I learn any details about matter or energy in that area,
Okay.
in case they're kind of like linked to that area somehow.
Yes, they are indeed linked by the data sphere to guard this area.
Okay. So they're guarding something important, don't want us within their area, and was it level 4?
They're level 4, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Shout that out to everyone.
I'm assuming that doesn't cost you anything, does it? Not anymore, anyway.
Let me double check. No, it cost me nothing.
Excellent. So,
I don't know much about data spheres and everything, but these are the least polite chauffeurs I've ever met, so let's just take them out.
alright
We should,
then. That
go
would
back.
then be Furz's go because you made the wait action.
Yep, I will then, I guess, not having any vulnerabilities revealed of the enemy, I'm just going to take a shot at one. Have you attacked one yet, Chris?
No, I've just blocked them.
Okay. I will attack the one that initially jumped us then.
Okay, you're not trained in it, are you?
No.
Okay.
So it's just difficulty 4, yes?
Yes, it
Or-
is. Unless you want to spend some speed.
I could do. I do have a large speed pool.
I mean, you got Sildro up ahead with his super fucking duper tankiness.
Yeah. So, what happens if I spend it again? So I spend 3 and that
points
reduces
minus your effort. No, sorry, edge.
which makes it go down to 2.
yeah. So that gives you reduce it to difficulty 3.
Mm-hmm. And you can only do that by that 2. You can't do it more at the
You
moment.
could do it more if you've got effort 2. So you can then spend
No,
an
I
extra 2 to reduce it.
I only have effort 1, so I'll just do the.
Really? I thought everyone got to effort 2 last time.
I don't know. Might
I
be something.
did, yeah.
I thought everyone
I'll
did.
have a look. I'm still only going to do 1 anyway.
Oh, you should all be tier 2, and your effort should go up, I believe.
It should be, yeah.
It might be something
Yeah.
I didn't change. I'll have a look in a second.
Oh
but I'm
no,
just
wait!
gonna-
You don't have to increase your effort.
No.
It people tend to, so you should all be tier 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit it So that's 4 damage.
4 damage with a 16.
Yeah.
On
The
there.
crossbow.
Thoros, get him with your crossbow.
Wait, did I hit? I did hit. Yeah, sorry,
Yes.
I was looking at Sealed Rose, and I was just like, wait a minute, that's not me. It didn't scroll down. Yeah, so I hit for 4 damage.
Yep, you hit 4 damage. The crossbow bolt sinks into its metallic chest. It like lurches back slightly.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of them goes to slash out with its whip at definitely Sildro. So you need to make a defense action. 1.
19.
Yep. Okay, you managed to parry away. How much damage does your spear do?
It's a medium weapon,
Oh,
so
So you manage to then stab it back for 1 damage as it like as you parry. The other one darts away from you, runs up to Nebo and Furs.
oh, does it seem to have some sort of armor?
No. What I said was like because you rolled a 19.
Yeah.
I'm allowing you to do 1 damage to it, like
Okay.
as you like block it and smack it around the back with the back
Yeah.
end of your spear. It runs straight up to Nebo and Furs.
Oh no.
Okay, so
Then
hold on.
you
Nebo's
both-
like within 10 feet, and Thurs, I'm guessing, is at max range with his crossbow, right?
Okay, so basically it gets between you both at a
Okay.
perfect range. And GM intrusion, Nebo and Furs. This is at Nebo, so Nebo, you can deny it if you want.
No, go for it.
So Nebo, you get to give an experience point to someone.
I will give it to Fairs, as I'm sure the attack is on both of them.
Yes, so both of you get 1 experience, and as this thing lets out its whip to a full 30 foot, mechanically it spins in a 360 within like a blink of an eye, and the whip barb smacks you both, dealing 5 might damage to you both. You also knocked to the ground.
Ouch. Bastard.
As... No, wait. Did I
No.
skip Sildro?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
Sildro.
you did.
I was at the start, yeah.
Yeah, Sildro, your go.
Okay. Right. Now, Edge 2 is going to reduce any might I spend by 2, and how much do I get to spend to hit something?
You get up to... So you spend 3 for the first one, then you spend
Yeah.
2 for the second one, and then you minus the edge from it.
Well, from the total. Or...
Yeah, you always minus edge from the total, not from like each time you spend it. So it's actually
Right,
more
so how much
beneficial.
am I... I'm going to decrease the difficulty by 1.
So it'll cost you 1.
So it costs me 1. Cool.
Yeah.
Alright then. And I'll go for a spear attack at the one closest to me.
The one with the crossbow bolt in it, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So I'm trained with medium weapons, so what's the difficulty?
3.
Minus 1 for the...
Yeah, so 2, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, no.
Oh, what
3.
did you get? Oh, okay, so you leap forward and the thing manages to duck out the way and it just goes... hisses like a snake at you.
Alright, and I'll try and juxtapose myself just so I'm in his way if he tries to get past. He
Okay.
can't really see towards his ally.
That's perfect. So you move yourself in the way so it can't...
Just like just step in front of him, so I'm blocking his line of sight from the other 2.
Okay, Furs.
Yeah. Ah. I guess I will shoot the one that I shot before again.
So you're going to try and aim past and shoot the one that
Oh. Aim past.
Sildro is still fighting.
Is that going to make it more difficult to try and shoot past someone?
No, it won't make it more difficult, but you still have one closer to you.
Oh, yeah, I do, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you.
Can I move away as my action then?
Yes, you can move all the way if you wish. You can move 10 feet away and then shoot, but you can move up to 60 feet, be full action, and then that'll be that.
Yeah, I'll take my full action then to move away and knock another arrow from doing it.
Yeah, excellent, okay. So you managed
Oh,
to...
actually, no. I'm using a crossbow, aren't I? So I probably have to spend my turn reloading that.
I don't think you do.
Well-
I haven't given you the crank crossbow, I've given you the normal one.
Yeah, but the crank crossbow takes a turn to reload the entire cartridge because it's a
Oh, yes, okay.
magazine shot. I presume with a normal crossbow, you take some amount of time to reload it.
I do not know. I mean, that could be looked up, but...
Oh.
For the flow of combat, we can look it up afterwards.
Yeah, I'll move away and potentially reload at the same time, whatever. just to make
Okay.
myself out of range.
Yep. You managed to run away, and this thing's now focused on Nebo rather than you.
Nemo!
Nebo, it's your go.
Cool.
So previously it ran past me and then whipped me in the face.
Yep.
Does it take a? Do I need to do anything to get back on my feet, or?
No, you just kind of like, oh, and then stand back up.
Oh, okay. All right. I turn to face it and fire my onslaught at it.
Oh, nice. Okay, go ahead. You're trained in Numenera, aren't you? So
Yep.
difficulty 3.
I'm trained and skilled, so
Oh,
that
difficulty
takes 10 by 2.
Yep.
Sweet. Let's give that a shot.
Nice. So, how much damage does it do?
Does 4 damage.
Okay, it's just my notes, don't worry about that. So, you've managed... Is this the one that hit you, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
Take that.
as you smack it with your onslaught, you see it knocked off its feet by your telekinetic power, and it just goes... skids across the sand. Immediately is back up, though, hissing and screaming unintelligible words at you. Okay, so Sildro.
Okay. I want to spear the one right next to me again. So it was, what was it before? Difficulty
3.
2. Oh, it was difficulty 3. So
It was difficulty 3. Wait, are you trained with medium weapons? or
Yes.
something?
Yeah.
Okay then, so difficulty 3.
Okay.
Last time it was 2 because you used might.
Yeah, which means I need to roll a 9 or higher, doesn't it?
Yeah, it only costs you 1 might to reduce it that way. Because of your edge.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And so it's difficulty 2 now.
Yep. Oh
Bloody hell.
man. So Sildro, you just go to stab it again and it gets stuck underneath bits of the plate mail, and as you yank it out, you realise that your spear is taking some damage.
Okay, I'm going to back up 10 feet.
Yep.
Kind of like beckoning it to follow me, and I'm trying to back up towards where the other one is and looking over my shoulder at where it is as well.
Okay, yeah, so this one does lash out at you. Can you make a speed check at speed defense at 1? Nice.
Yep.
Okay, so you bring up your shield. Ting! The other one turns towards Nebo, leaps up in the air, and goes to bite you. Can you make a defense roll?
Yum, 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 yum.
Yeah, what would that be for me?
Just a speed roll, difficulty 4. Unless you have a
Okay.
shield. You do.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm going to use some of my pull.
Okay.
I don't have any edge in it, so
No,
I
it's
just
just
deduct
free.
that by 3. Yep.
You can spend up to 5 to reduce it to 2.
Yeah, I'll just use 3 for now.
Okay. go ahead.
So down to 3.
Yeah, oh, well
Yes.
played. You needed that. And
Yeah.
just as it goes to slam down, it slams down on the space that you were at, and you've already moved about 5 foot away.
Dodged out of the way.
Yeah, it kind of looks to its left, looks to its right, stares up at you. Alright, so I guess that's Fur's next, or is it? Yep, Fur's next.
Oh, I guess that I will now shoot the one that is going for Nebo.
Okay,
Yeah.
X2.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
focus fire the one on you. I can handle this one.
spend 2 of my speed just to reduce difficulty by 1.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm afraid that as you shoot towards it, boom, it turns round and with one metallic backhand smacks the arrow out of the air.
That's just rude.
Nebo.
See the arrow just get deflected out of the air, turn around, gather that blue energy into my hand, and kind of like run straight at it for like a point blank shot in the face.
Is this the one that was right next to you, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
So I'm gonna roll. There we go, just about again as well.
Yes, okay. Is that another 4 damage?
Yeah, another 4 damage.
So nice, so 5/8. Managed to knock it back off its feet towards Sildro, lands right at Sildro's feet.
Perfect.
Your go.
Is it? Okay.
You got both of them right next to you now.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I'll use another might, and looking over my shoulder, I see this thing skid around, turn around, and go stab it into the ground with
Okay.
my spear.
Yep.
Difficulty 2, right?
Difficulty 2.
Yes, got him this time.
Okay, so how much damage do you do?
How much does a medium weapon do again?
17 does +1 damage as well. I believe. I can't remember if it was 8.
Light weapon does 2 damage.
Yeah, he's
Heavy
got a medium
does
weapon does. Yeah, so 4 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So nice.
Does it look pretty damn wounded
He
now?
looks wounded, and in a desperate plea, they both lash out at you. Can you make 2
Okay.
checks? Difficulty 1.
Alright. Swing. Oh, natural 20. I
Okay.
don't know what that.
Okay, so the one that had been damaging been damaging Nebo, as it stands up and goes to attack you, turn, spin your spear out, finish it, killing it.
Cool.
The one that was on like 2 health.
Stay down.
And then the other one tries to tackle you to the ground by charging into you, but you manage to basically wrap your arm and your shield arm underneath its belly, and then just lift it up and throw it to the side before it can even knock you to the ground.
Try again.
Furs.
So one's down, the other one
Yeah.
is
It's on the ground, twitching, so...
the one that's down.
Mhm.
And the other one is in what kind of state at the moment?
It looks okay.
Looks okay. Then I'm going to go for one more shot against it, but I'm not going to reduce my stuff or anything this time. So. Yeah, should have.
Yeah, okay,
Oh.
so... Tung! The arrow goes and shatters against the nearby ruins walls. Nebo?
No, my arrow.
Again, after I see Chris kind of toss him aside, I turn, pull that energy into the palm of my hand, and fire the blast directly at
Your onslaughts don't
the,
cost you anything now that
mechanical
you're
being.
edge 2, do
Yeah,
they?
pretty much.
Yeah.
No.
Nice. Okay, now it looks her as you blow its left leg off. It just shatters, and you see bits and oddities go flying around and drop into the dirt and dust around
Ooh.
you. Okay, Sildro.
Spirit. Through the face.
Okay.
For 4 damage. That's it.
Oh, you got an 18.
Yeah.
So you do +1 damage.
Oh, excellent. Sweet.
Yeah. As you
So
spear
five
it straight through the heart, rip your spear out, like kind of like finisher style. It drops to the ground, looks up at you, and starts like shaking violently. It's go. It then
Is its heart attached to the end of the spear?
some mechanics are, and
Ugh.
A little cog.
I need you all to make a speed defense check 6.
What?
Yep.
Whoa. Speed defense, which I'm specialized in, so drops it down to 4.
Yep.
And I've got a shield.
Shield.
three.
Shield. I'm afraid shield won't count for this one.
That's it for speed defense tasks.
Yeah, but this is an explosion.
Well, that's normally what it's used for. Speed defenses, like
Yeah,
like
but it's still an
avoiding.
explosion. It's a tiny buckler.
Not a buckler.
It's not a tiny buckler, but still, it won't count towards it.
I'm going to use some of my pull to reduce
Okay.
it by 1.
Yeah, I'm going to use my
Yay.
pull to reduce it by 1 as well.
Okay, so difficulty 5 for the people who reduce it. I think it's. Oh.
No!
Bloody hell.
Not that the buckler would have helped. Okay, so Furs manages to literally duck just at
Not
the
a buckler.
moment as he realizes the Mastigafor glows blue and explodes in blue flame. Sildro and Nebo, as the flames rush over you, you suddenly realize that they're not warp, but you can't breathe, and as you fall to your knees, you
Oh,
feel
yes, I
like
can. I've got the breather. The oddity.
yeah, but it's not that way inclined. It doesn't actually
Okay.
sap the air from you. But as the cold fire retreats into this Mastigafor and falls to the ground, you both have a little trickle of blood coming out of your nose, and you take 8 intellect damage.
Oh,
8 intellect. Wow, it puts me to 0.
Yeah, and then suddenly you see Sildro like has more blood coming out of his ears, and Sildro, you just notice you've got a banging headache. It's just
Well, I guess we better not help anybody in the desert again. Ever.
it's like one of them Mad Max, like where there's the half-naked girl like hanging at the top of some sort of cliff to lure people in.
Okay, so would you like to gather up what dropped in the sand?
I'll
I'll
take
do
an
it.
action for my recovery roll
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do a bit of.
and wipe the blood away from my nose and ears. How much do I recover?
1d6 plus something,
Plus your tier. So
unless you've upped your recovery like I have.
so 3 plus 2, so 5.
Okay.
I might need to
Pop
actually
5
change
back
that.
into intellect.
4. I'll do a bit of scavenging while he's taking a nap.
Basically, have a paracetamol.
Yeah, just nip it back. Okay, so
nothing but a headache.
you collect the bits and bobs that they'd left behind, and it totals about 5 shin.
Okay. Awkward
Who's holding on
numbers.
to that?
Awkward numbers.
Yep, so it totals about 5 shin, and you also find 2 oddities just lodged into the earth. Can I have Furs roll a d100 twice?
Okay.
We'll make it random. Why the fuck not?
We'll just split the shins. I'll
Great
take
random.
2.
1675.
Excellent. So one of them is what looks like a tiny harp with strings made of glowing energy.
Does anybody want a ghost harp?
What?
It's a harp made of ghostly stuff.
I'll take it.
Is anybody musically inclined? Nope.
Not really.
Scrap heap.
I'll
take the
take it.
shins now.
I'll take it. Give me that harp.
Yep, throw it right in Evo's head. No, not really.
You also find
What
this
happens
small.
when I strum it?
It makes a kind of delicate angelic sound.
Oh, that might be
You also,
soothing.
you also find this like 4x4-inch panel that constantly shows unknown creatures cavorting in a woodland of the unknown past.
This seems
Wow.
like something for you, Sildro. You like animals.
Not in that way. I like hunting them.
Well,
They're cavorting. There's some Bambi shit here. With the painting.
So we got music and animal porn.
yeah, but you guys know that oddities are worth money.
Yeah.
Sure.
To the right person,
As
they
for
could
the
sell
5
quite a lot.
shins, we'll split them up. I'll take 2.
Obviously.
Nebo, you take 2. And then
Okay.
take... Oh,
Fine, I'll
take.
take the animal porn.
You take the 1.
Yeah, no.
You're taking the animal porn. Okay. All right.
Okay,
Can't
so
not hear. Oh, this is the wrong thing.
you take a moment to take a look around the ruins, and you pretty much find that they were guarding something ancient and that has long been weathered to nothing. There's like one wall, an archway, and just dunes that have invaded this place. Once it would have been quite a massive hall, but now it's nothing but sand and walls and bricks and stone just jutting out of the sand. In the distance, you do see this plumage of sand coming towards you guys, and above you, a couple of miles up, you do see the tiny little rocks floating and twisting that you saw when you came south.
Okay.
Ones that charge sandflyers. What would you like to do?
Well, yeah. Head towards the sandflies for sure.
Okay, so you'd be striding towards that basically just desolate field of sand.
Nebo, did you say there was something that these things were guarding?
Yeah, it's this ruin.
They were made. Well, they were programmed to guard here by. I could sense it on the data sphere.
What
There's
were
probably
they
something
guarding?
more to the ruins that we can't explore because we don't happen to have like excavation equipment.
Okay.
I mean, I'm surprised if they were here for so long, how no one else has crossed them.
You think that anyone would be smart enough to notice that it was a bit weird and just go around?
Not us.
It could have also been a shift in the sand, so to speak, recently, and this area's been unearthed.
Unearthed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well. All right. So yes, heading towards the plumes of smoke for the sandflyer.
And within the hour, you see a sandfly appear on the horizon, and the sky begins to turn like a sleek grey, and it begins to snow as this sandfly pulls up and slows
Hello.
as you approach, and you realise it's not Captain Larkson, but someone different, a female pilot. She's got a little leather pilot's cap on, who's got like big curls, red curls, and she stops and as her sandflyer kind of like floats to the ground. Then a purple bolt of lightning strikes the rod at the back to charge it. She goes, "Are you lost?"
Oh my god. No need to shout, dear.
No, we were heading in exactly the right direction. Looking for you, in fact.
Not particularly you, your services.
I don't get it. How could you know me?
No.
We know you are a sand flyer.
No, that's
and
the
that
sand
is what we
flyer.
require.
I'm the pilot.
God.
Yes, you're the
We
pilot.
You get Asperger's or something.
No, my name's Cecilia, not Asperger's.
Oh, God.
Can we pay for travel that way?
Oh. Yeah, sure, get on. As you,
Okay.
she kicks the
I-
rope ladder down for you.
Do you have like a license just to make sure you're authentic, not some sort of criminal?
A what?
Never mind.
Yeah, just get on. Sorry about the seats, I had to sell them.
Oh.
And as you realise there are no seats like the last one, you have to stand. She doesn't even have a mounted harpoon cannon to defend herself from the wildlife.
Bloody hell.
Like
How
the
do you
last
survive out here?
Yeah.
I just go really fast, innit?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down and wrap like my tentacles around something, like a
Yeah.
seat.
Yeah.
Did you say it was snowing, or did I
Yeah.
imagine that?
No, it's stone.
In the desert?
It's a cold desert. It's literally like the steeps of like Mongolia and stuff. You know, it's not.
Not really been there myself, but...
No, you know,
Sure,
like deserts
okay.
don't have to just be sand, yeah. But it is
Yeah.
kind of a grey, dirty sand. But
Okay.
this might have been a
Alright.
desert a long time ago, but now it's just a kind of lifeless, cold desert. As in,
Yeah, I'll wrap myself up in a
Yep.
nice winter blanket and...
Yeah, put the winter coats on.
okay.
They weren't already on.
You say you go fast. Take us as fast as you can through
Yep.
the nearest outpost, heading
Oh,
west.
That's probably
Uh,
where we
east,
just came. Oh, good. Thank God.
It goes west. What?
East.
Oh, I was gonna say. Don't confuse old Cecilia. She's got an inbuilt compass, but sometimes it points the other way. And she goes, "Wee!" Turns the sand flyer around,
Oh,
going
she
back,
goes.
going back east.
She makes that noise.
Yeah, she does.
It's a really quiet engine.
Brum, brum.
Okay, so on the first day's travel, she travels for about 7 hours before she actually stops the sand flyer. Night descends upon you all. There's a sickle moon rising above you, dotted with thousands of stars, and out here they're perfectly clear. She settles down, she snaps something that she had in her back pocket, throws it to the ground, and a campfire starts up. She goes, "Neat, innit?
Yes.
Yeah, I got that from some fur trader back there near the foundation stones. It's a portable fire." She sits down in front of it.
So it's a quite a clear night, and we can see the stars, right?
You normally spend most of your time out here alone.
Yes. Who would want to be around her?
She ignores you and goes, "Oh, you're speaking to me?"
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Seem fairly charismatic for someone who spends most of their time alone.
What did you call me? Charismatic?
Charismatic? Never mind.
I
turn
heard that's the
around and-
best way to cook a duck.
What's a duck?
I just go back to my business. I tap the chronometer on my wrist again.
Yeah.
It's obviously the time is completely skewed because
Mm-hmm.
where I spend that time dilation in the.
Yeah, but you can spend a moment to fix it if you want.
You reckon? Oh, okay. So in that case, yes, I'll
You look up at the stars,
readjust
the
it.
moon. You know how long you've been exactly away, so you have managed to fix it perfectly.
Cool.
and then-
okay. And I
and then-
reset the countdown.
Yeah, as you tick it back in and you realise the time, you go, "Oh shit!
Oh no.
I'll whisper you something."
Okay.
So I would like to get out, call out Samantha while this is all happening, and just ask her if she can map the stars or something to get a more accurate time frame of like her events and stuff, because she seems to be a bit out of sorts.
Yeah. Okay,
If
so
she has that.
Samantha does float out, and that's when Cecilia looks up and goes, "Nice floating marble!
I know, right? I've got one that's got a head in it. As
What do you
well.
want for it?
Sure.
The fire?"
Listen, how about your sand skiff?
No.
Cool, then.
And
Sorry.
you see that as she shuffles her big trench coat around, you see that she's got 2 buzzers holstered inside there. Look, it's only a couple of shins to get to where you want to go. So, payment then or payment now? Because, you know, sometimes I've been ripped off and it's not been the best.
About half now, half when we get there, just in case you happen to be some sort of criminal mastermind.
What? Okay, I'll take a shin and a half now and a shin and a half when we get there.
Yep, sounds good. I'll snap some bits and pieces off and give it
She
to
then-
her.
Hmm?
I'm just typing.
Okay.
He's got his typing face on.
Fuck with your psycho.
Okay. Alright then.
Okay, so the night goes by and you all get out your rations and begin. So you might want to
Oh,
write
yeah.
down that you've used 1 day's worth of rations.
Take that down.
And you're about halfway there. Hereish.
Are you eating the actual rations, Furs?
Well, there's not really much else to eat at the moment.
There's
I'm not
sand,
eating
rocks,
sand. No,
dirt.
No.
Winter
Alternate.
cloak.
That sounds like it. Maybe I'll eat you, and we will see if that cannibal thing's
Yeah,
true.
you do notice that
You can
Cecilia is chewing on like what's like a sole of a boot, like leather.
She's doing it.
Ah! Stop.
What's that you're munching on over there?
It's a boot I found.
It looks very soulful.
I ain't got any food at the moment, so I'm doing by it with an old boot.
Would you like some of my food?
She looks you up and down.
I don't think a
Yeah,
boot
right.
is doesn't sustain you very well.
No, but it keeps you going.
And we don't want you kind of like, you know, crashing out whilst you're flying the skiv.
The longest I've gone without food is 37 days.
If it's leather, then it's fine. She can eat it.
Bloody
It's
hell.
got enough nutrients in there to keep you going.
But you had water at least, right?
She looks at you wide-eyed. She goes, "Got this." Brings out a massive wineskin from underneath her coat.
Why?
You do
survived
realise the
on wine
stain. She's got stained teeth.
Oh. Survived on wine for 37 days.
Oh no, that was a different time. 37 days was when I was a wee nipper.
That's even more impressive.
Yeah, I survived on this chemical that was coming out of one of the stones.
That explains a lot.
It gets you drunk. Real
That does
drunk.
explain a lot.
What do you mean it explains a lot? It doesn't explain anything.
Whereabouts is this
Whilst
drunk
you're
stone?
such a marvellous driver, it's obviously given you some sort of preternatural ability to fly these things.
She goes, it's somewhere near the Sadara River. I used to live at a place called Farbrone.
Yeah.
I was chucked out. They said I was mad.
Oh, bro,
Can you
yeah, we
believe
know
it?
that.
Mad.
Well,
I can think of worse
have some of this ration pack, and maybe one day we can go visit your drinking stone.
Sit down around the stone, suck that stone dry. Literally, maybe.
The drinking
I
stone.
can think of worse reasons to leave a city.
That's a good name. Drinking stone.
I'm good at
Whereabouts
naming
is this
things.
drinking stone?
Near the Sadara River. Did I just say that?
Ah,
Yeah.
bro, yeah.
You might have done, but I wasn't paying attention.
Do you know what the villagers call it though? The Madness Stone. And I don't know why.
No, I can't think why either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Good
Let's
night.
get some
And she
tea.
just falls back onto the sand.
Okay.
Nobody think of doing anything bad while we're sleeping, please. I'm gonna look at Sildra.
I'm gonna get my rest. Nothing more.
You too, Nemo.
Take a nap.
Look up at the
Alright.
stars.
Yeah, we
I'll get all my points back now. Yeah.
You two actually get all your points back. Yeah.
Woo!
Yay! Gotta add them all back again.
Ding 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 ding.
Can you all
Ding 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 ding.
can you all make an intellect check, please?
Do 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 do.
Difficulty 5.
Anything particular that we
Oh
could
my
use?
God.
Perception?
Perception
Numenera?
if you have perception.
I do.
Yeah, I'm trained in perception. That's 5.
Oh, no, not for me.
There was difficulty 5. Goes down to 4. spend some intellect if we're getting it back, or is this now?
No, this is the morning.
Oh, in
Or
the morning.
during the night, yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
So if I've got an edge of 2 in my intellect,
It means you can
It's gonna cost you
spend
1.
you can spend 3 and then 2, so 5 minus your edge. So 3 points to reduce it by 2.
okay. I will do that.
Minus your edge.
To minus it by 1. So that's 4.
3.
A 3.
Yeah, because
No, he's got edge of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So minus it if he's spending 5, it reduces.
Still 5 failed.
yeah, if you spend like 3 and then 2, that's 5. But then you minus your edge. So, yeah. So you failed. You all failed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wake up in the morning. Sildro's the first awake, but it takes him a good 10 seconds to realise the sandfly's gone, and so's all of your shin.
All of our
All of my
shit or
shins?
shin.
Yeah, rub out all of your shin. You don't have any. She's stolen it
Aw.
and drove off.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh, my legs! She stole my shins!
Silly.
I'm gonna mark down that she stole 16 shins. Little
Look.
shit.
I told everybody here not to do anything criminal. I'm going to look at where she was sitting and be like, even you, Missy.
Samantha, by the way, floats out of this time Furz's backpack and says, I did try to wake you all. I even warned her that Sildro would probably take her scalp because he's violent. But she said, fuck off, you big, bright, oversized marble.
Did she leave her boot behind?
Yes. And you notice that there's that chewed bit of leather on the floor.
There we go. You've got a scent to go from, Sildro.
How did we not wake up?
Because I made you roll and you didn't. And she's a level
I know.
5 fucking sneaker.
Did she just take the valuables?
Yeah,
left
she
us
just took
with
the
our
value.
weapon.
She didn't take your ciphers or anything. It looks like she doesn't like them.
Or our
Already
equipment.
mad.
Even
Or
if
our
she
rations.
did, she couldn't take more than 2 of them anyway. And you have
Right.
a feeling that she's already got 2 on her.
New mission, we hunt her to the edge of the earth.
Yep.
And then destroy her.
She didn't take our rations, did she?
No.
Fuck
No,
for
she
that.
eats shoes. Why would she want actual food?
Well, she left her shoe.
Yeah, well, you gave us one of you gave us some food. This is how we get repaid.
Are you
Okay.
actually going to track her down, or are you going to keep moving
Which way
east?
did she go,
Oh, yeah.
Samantha?
She went northwest.
Whereabouts are we right now?
No, wait, northeast. Sorry.
Northeast, yeah.
And what? We're like
Are
halfway
we like
through.
here, halfway?
You are there, yeah.
So
Okay.
it looks like she's probably going like that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a bit further to the right. Maybe she's going towards Nihalesh. If we head towards that way.
Huh.
Nebo looks very...
Well, there's only a certain amount of distance you can go on a sand flyer anyway, isn't there?
Yeah, you could probably go for another 100 miles northeast. That's about it.
Still a
Right.
long way.
I'm gonna hunt her down.
Hey. Well, we've got like 5 days before we start to die.
Yeah.
I
Probably
would
walking
also
on
like
foot.
to hunt her down.
Oh, it looks like you're all decided.
Yep.
Does
Take the
anyone
shit.
have...
Nobody steals our shit.
Does anyone have tracking or survival?
No, but I have very good perception, and
Okay.
I might be able to sniff the air.
I have knowledge machinery. I can smell the oil from 10 miles away.
Without perception, you can't justify that. Okay, so Sildro with his perception can take a look. First, if you've got anything related.
Nebo,
Yeah.
couldn't you potentially just do some rudimentary scans in certain locations to see if you can pick up the energy trail from the flying thing, skiff,
Probably.
whilst we're having a look around? Yes, I will use a perception check as well. But what difficulty was it?
Basically follow the track.
Yeah,
4.
4. So I've got 1 training. So nope, not for me.
Yes.
Oh, Chris, stop it! No, not Chris.
Neither.
I have no idea where we are or where we're going.
I can smell. Can smell her filthy, rotted teeth.
Just so you know, Nebo, do you remember that you picked something for your next tier?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was?
Adaptation.
Okay, cool. You know what it does then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nebo... Wait, who rolled for...
I got a success.
So I just saw that Nebo's rolled, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
I've got
What?
her scent.
Okay, so yes, you do have a scent. She's heading directly northeast. Are you going to follow her?
Yes.
Okay, so you spend the good part of 12 hours following the trail before it crisscrosses with another sandflyer. And
Why is there so many sandflies now? You wait for 2.
can you make another check,
Shit.
Sildro? One more, this time difficulty 3.
Okay. So it's difficulty 2 because I'm training perception.
Yep.
Okay. Bugger.
Shit.
It's this sandflyer here.
Why?
It's
That's
definitely
not a-
this one.
Which one? There's 2.
Yes. I'm pointing to this one. It goes off in this direction.
Okay,
Which way am I
so
pointing?
we'll get to that. So 2 days pass. Use two of your rations.
Oh.
Shit.
And all you can see at the moment is vast, dull greyness.
And this is how
Grass
we
the
die.
colour of steel. And you look to your right, left, behind you, above. You've actually passed out of the sandfly zone. There are no more floating rocks above you. I need another perception check. Just to see where you're going. You're lost. There's no more
Samantha-
sandfly tracks.
Samantha, I hope you paid attention to the stars because I think we're going to need a map.
Samantha floats out of Nebo's backpack and says, "But Furs,
Stop going in my backpack!
I've been asleep for the entire time."
What about when I told you to look at the stars the other day?
Wait. Samantha goes, "Stop. Right now. No one move. Please, just..."
Oh.
And that's when
Sorry.
you guys all kind of feel this electric static over your body. And Samantha, you see this orb, like this dome appear from the top of her, cover you guys. She goes, "Please stay still." And that's when in the
Okay.
distance you see doof, 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 and a herd of creatures, dog-like creatures, rushing by not 100 meters from you. She goes, "Phew," as they
Why
pass
does-
into the distance.
Why does this dome help stop a stampede?
We are currently invisible.
That makes it even worse. They wouldn't see what they're stamping on.
No, they're far away though, Furs.
What were they?
If you want to know what they are, it's a check of 2. So if you've got...
Hey. No.
That's an intellect check, so...
Yeah, yeah.
Do they appear in the in the animal porn?
No, they do not appear in the animal.
Not porn.
That's right.
I got one
Animal porn
success.
stone.
Yeah, so you've all pretty much seen these before. They're quite domesticated sometimes, but that was a roving pack of wild ones. They're Seski.
Oh.
Do they?
Oh,
eat any-
it's the Seski.
Sesky.
It's a Sasuke.
Do you guys
Let's
want
go after a pack of Saskes.
Do you guys want a link so you know what they look like?
Yeah.
I imagine they've got
Like
crow-like hair
hand out or anything?
and lightning hands. And
Massive
there's
schlongs.
like a herd of foxes chasing after them for all eternity.
This link is from actual Monty Cook Games.
Okay, so they're kind of feline, bony looking.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like a cross between a lizard, a stegosaurus, and
And-
a wolf.
With a slight hint of a Azir from League of Legends in there.
Kind of.
Egyptian lizard dogs.
Okay, so did we
Stego
get another
dog.
perception check from someone?
No, not yet.
To
We've got
see
this
which
back.
way,
Haven't done that yet.
or just a general intelligence check, difficulty 3.
What's the perception difficulty?
2.
Oh, okay, so it's 1 for me.
Fuck's sake.
Okay, so you know where you are, and it's going to take you another day to get to the closest settlement. You think, and Sildro, I'm going to whisper something
Yeah.
to you.
I know. I'm already like closing my eyes, like.
Sildro, what's the matter over there? I know we're a bit lost.
I think
but
he's embarrassed.
I'm sure we will
Got
get
us
out of
lost.
it.
I must have got the wrong trail.
Really?
Fine. It's
Oh, we're
fine.
going in the right direction, but when I smelt the other flyer, I must have picked the wrong one.
Hmm. It was most unfortunate.
I also know where we are, Nebo.
Where are we?
Nihilish.
We're here!
No, you,
Oh shit!
Near it. The
Sildro,
nearest
I
settlement
think you're
is
probably
there.
about 100 miles out, and Nebo, the countryside is starting to look familiar. The rolling
It'll take a
plains.
day's travel to get there.
Oh,
Days?
okay.
You mean like probably about 2 days?
Oh, flipping out.
If you really pushed it, 2 days.
This is not good. We've gone completely the wrong way, but
Shouldn't that 1 year?
Well, let's just carry on heading towards Nibelheim, whatever.
it is the closest settlement.
Nihilish.
Nihilish. Yeah. That's the one.
Indeed. So we're going to be meeting our friends sooner than we thought.
No, we're not.
Well, we just look at the city and then go our own.
Yeah, I think that could be a good idea, actually. I mean,
Well, we're already half. We're going to be like
foot
what?
inside.
It's going to take us what, 1 or 2 days? Did you say?
Something like that.
That's going to put us down to like 2 days left of ration. Well, 3 or 4 days. Three days of rations. I can't figure out where we are.
Stretch.
2 days.
Might as well get going. We don't want to waste any time.
Well, I guess it's time to ration the rations.
So you've used 3 days worth of rations. To get there, you're going to use another 2, so that's 5 days.
Are you eating some dirt?
Yeah, I guess we better start rationing. I've got.
Okay, so on the evening of the second day after you decided to head to Niliesh, you see it in the distance, this large spider-like city dug into the ground. It's a huge floating platform with spindly legs, like attached to the nearby mountainside, nearby ground. At the front of it, where the mandibles of a spider should be, is a large shaft, a lift that leads you up. But you're about 2-3 miles out on the road, which is quite busy, by the way, and you can see the sparkling ruby and emerald spires atop the actual city.
Why did you leave this place? It's quite nice.
No particular reason, you know.
I look at my chronometer. It's been a couple of days travel.
Everyone notices that Sildro, as the days went by, has been increasingly looking at his.
Yeah, I've been looking at it with increasing consistency. Like,
Sildro, is that broken? Do you want me to have a look at it for you?
not
What is that? It's some sort of timer, isn't it? I remember from previous
It's a
before.
fucking compass. I am going to be.
It's a clock. Nothing to worry about. You worry about your getting back your button, your special little. Who are we looking for?
What's that account down to, Sildro? I mean, I asked you before, but you didn't want to tell me.
When my dinner's ready.
I thought it would have been when you need a shower, because man, you're ripe.
In fact, you're all quite ripe at the moment.
Yes.
Precipitation.
It's my countdown for when I need a shower, and I mutter under my breath, "In blood." And so
Do I hear that?
I muttered it like. So, who's this friend of yours? What's his name?
Is
my
this the
friend?
Samantha?
No. The
Nebo.
guy who hunted Nebo.
He's not my friend, is he? He's hunting me.
Yeah, you guys remember him as Garrick.
He was an
Correct.
adoring
Yes.
fan. He just wanted your signature or an autograph.
Garrick Granston
Well then,
is his name.
let's start asking around.
Well,
I point to the
Do
nearest
you want to
fish
do
pond.
that?
I've got a medallion with his name on it.
Yeah, Samantha
alright.
is like, but we are here for me, are we not?
We'll get
Yes,
to
we're here for everybody.
Look,
We're a group now, Samantha.
Time is of
days-
the essence.
5 days of travel, and somehow we've ended up at Niliesh. I think that is fate. And if she had a face, you'd reckon there'd be some sort of weird grin.
Wink.
I'm gonna get a bag that I can lock soon, Samantha.
What's the time at the moment?
You would guess it's around about 6 p.m.-ish? Now remember, there are 28 hours in a day, so there's 14
Alright.
hours. So it goes all the way up to 14 p.m.
Weird. All right, sure. All right, we'll find the museum first.
Yay!
Yay! All right,
Could you
Do
at
you know
least
where it
try
is?
and act a little bit more?
lead the way, Samantha, if you're so
Well,
eager.
I
we
don't
know where
think
the city is. It's
They
there.
would take kindly to seeing a floating orb, so I'll just hide in it and she goes into Nebo's backpack.
All right, so we'll find signposts towards the
Yeah.
Grand Numenera Museum.
You do see the odd.
Follow me.
The odd building and like hamlets as you travel towards Niliesh. But Niliesh is this sparkling jewel, and as you get closer, you hear the reverberating hum of machinery. And when you're within a couple of hundred yards, you start to wonder, how does anyone sleep in this city? And as you approach it, there is a huge gate, and there are a barracks stationed at the bottom, filled with guards. And as you approach, they'll nod you in. It doesn't take you like much persuasion. You just kind of queue up and are led into this football field-sized elevator.
Wow.
It's a large elevator.
So the city is raised above the ground.
Yeah. Have you not seen? I'll tell you what. I will start sorting out some handouts where you can see a picture of it.
Cool.
Don't need handouts. We just got robbed.
Yeah, we're actually down.
Okay, so you guys roleplay amongst yourself while I quickly do this.
So,
This is some lovely elevator music. It's like.
so Nebo, was this where you were born in this town, or just living? Do you have a family here?
I was born
Why?
in Nilahesh.
That's where we are.
I have no family.
Oh,
So, no parents.
Not that I know of, no.
That's just stupid. You didn't fall out of a vat.
Well, I probably did have parents, but I didn't know who they were.
Oh, no one wanted you as a child. That explains a lot. Your fascination for machines is because, you desire control. I remember reading a story about
Can
some
you
Anakin
stop?
Skywalker.
What happened to this Anakin Skywalker?
I believe he got taken over by a robot at some point and turned bad. Yeah, I didn't get the complete story.
Well, as you can see, I'm already on my way to becoming more
Yes.
machine than man.
I need to find a third part of that story so I can figure out what happened. And it might teach me how to deal with you one day. Can this city walk?
You have a feeling that it probably could, but doesn't. If that makes
If
sense.
they knew
like-
how. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like the gardens in Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, that's what it actually does remind me of the gardens as well.
wow.
So as you can see from a distance that it is massive as well. So as you enter the lift and are taken up through the main hum.
Yeah, we
hub
go up like 300 feet.
Yeah, so Nebo knows that, right, basically, in Niliesh, the people who work underneath in the machine parts, the tunnels and stuff like that,
First tier.
they're no better than miners, as in they work hard to get a material called churn, which is like a rock that's very malleable. Imagine Play-Doh that once you bake it, it's the hardest material ever. So you can
Like
like,
adamantium.
yeah, you can form it into a shape and then bake it to make it the hardest stone you've ever known. And you realise that most of the architecture here is made out of it. Nebo also knows that these people, these miners, right, are revered. Despite them dying in early as their 30s because of the chemicals they breathe in, they're revered. And also Nebo mentions that mutants in this place are revered. The place is actually
Excellent.
ruled by 3 mutants. One rules the tunnelers, one rules the middle tier, one rules the upper tier. The reason why the miners are so revered is because the chemicals alter their blood and DNA, and their offspring often become mutants when they're born.
Fair enough.
The middle tier is the shittest tier, apart from the mining tier, because basically everything's blocked out by the above tier. There's no sunlight, it's danky, and everyone tries to spend as much time in the upper tier. The upper tier is made of what Niliesh was supposed to be. Glorious architecture, spinning mechanisms, spanning bridges, bauble-capped domes, towers, and everything is just bridges and lifts and multicoloured cobblestones and beautiful streets. But as Nebo knows, that is a front for the actual leaders who rule the mutants. The guy that rules the middle tier tends to be a bit of a... You don't cross him. Nebo knows you don't cross him, or you disappear in the middle of the night.
He's a gangster.
Yeah.
You get put in a vat of that weird rock and thrown somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, and the actual person who rules the upper tier, she's respected. She's meant to be this mutant, but the most beautiful mutant that the world has ever seen. Even more beautiful than the most beautiful woman, normal woman. She's meant to be 8 foot tall, and Nebo, you had the pleasure when you were a kid of seeing her from a balcony, like as if, like the way that people wait for the Pope.
Yeah.
And she was 8 foot tall, looking like a titan.
With legs that crush a man.
Legs that crush her, man.
Oh, God.
That's her mutation. She just has fat thighs. She's
Oh. Thick fire.
Thick-thighed Julie.
She's an Amazonian.
I'm terrified.
What about the person that rules the first tier? The
Okay.
minor man?
I'm about to get to that. So the ruler of the first tier, Nebo tells you his name is Gavoreth, and he's meant to be a bit of an obscene man, but it never really occurred. But Nebo also knows that he has these pustules, these like boils. He's a diseased, obese man, and Nebo knows that you either, if you're his friend, you can drink the bile and the pus that comes out of them to be healed continuously. It heals any disease and restores any ailment. But Nebo, you also know that he's known as a bit of a tyrant, but because of how godly he is, like as in occasionally he has these hissy fits where he actually kills people, the people tend to forgive him because of how charitable he is.
Because he donates his pus.
Yeah, it's a bit gross.
Yeah, could be worse. At least it's just pus.
Yeah,
Not
the
something
leader
else.
of the second tier, no one's ever seen, but it's rumoured that she's a snake. And Marda, the third tier, the 8 foot tall, beautiful Titan, she rules the third tier. So, as you're going up in the elevator, Nebo tells you all of this.
Sounds like a veritable wonderland.
We should take over. Oh, what?
It is a place of wonderment, which is why I spent many years here. Working in the third tier.
I feel a bit
presume
sick
this-
after telling me about that pus guy, though.
I mean,
It sounds rather...
he's well renowned around here.
Have you ever had a taste?
No.
Is it
I've
salty?
been particularly healthy during my lifetime, and I haven't
Okay.
needed to. But I would say it probably is worth it.
That's actually how you pronounce his name.
I know.
I'm going to go with Gave.
Gave.
Mhm.
Gave.
Yeah.
Do you still have like a workshop here, Nemo, or did you sell that up when you randomly lovely habitat?
This is a brilliant question. I love it. Keep going.
Yeah, we don't talk about my workshop.
We don't talk about much of anything, but I'm guessing we're going to uncover it all. So you might as well tell us anyway.
Yeah, my workshop was destroyed.
And Samantha from the
Which is
back
one of the
goes-
main reasons I left here.
Samantha from the bag goes, and that was nothing to do with me.
Wait,
What?
That's it. That's all she says.
Get back in the bag.
Samantha,
Back in the bag,
Wow.
Sammy.
I need answers.
Gee
What do you
whiz.
mean that was nothing to do with you?
Well, it turns out I sent you the device to lure you towards me. I needed your help, Nebo. But turns out that I misjudged that some of the devices inside of your workshop might react with that device. Everyone knows not to have too many ciphers together, right?
Ha 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 ha.
You destroyed my livelihood.
I did not mean to, Nebo. I promise you.
How are you going to repay me?
With the keys. The keys are the key.
No, we're getting those for you, remember?
No, you're getting them for yourself and for me.
We're getting them, and then we can terraform. Wait. Let's not talk
Also,
about this.
you want us to
Fucking
get you a new
elevator.
body. Also, you want us to get a new body for you. And if you just recalled, we have no shins left.
Are there other people in this elevator? I presume we're still in the
But
elevator.
that's a small price to pay to get you to go to Niliesh.
Did you
How are we
actually
going
tell
to
the woman
buy?
to rob us while we were sleeping?
It would not be a lie if I said yes.
Wait, what?
You son of a bitch, Samantha!
She starts flying away, like, hey, listen, hey, listen, hey, listen.
I fire my buzzer.
I'm so confused.
Look, guys, we're in an elevator. Please refrain from firing weapons around. These
Yeah,
people
there's
already think
people
we're
around,
crazy
there's
enough.
crates, there's soldiers.
Back in the bag, Sammy.
She comes flying back and goes, Sildro, I promise I'll make it up to you. And she just falls back into the bag.
Do you ever feel like we've accidentally adopted like a several million-year-old child with Down syndrome?
Couldn't have described it better myself. I'll ask the other people in the elevator. Does anyone know where the Museum of Numenera is in this place?
I do.
Yeah, Nebo does.
Why are you asking random people, Sildro?
What are you doing, Sildro? Incidentally, I can just like take down my hood and let my fucking mutations like visible in this
Run
place.
wild.
Yeah. I mean, do you actually do that?
Flail your little tentacle out.
I'm not just going to stand there and be like,
Yeah, whip it out first. Whip it out.
just like roll my sleeves back and.
Okay, so
Then
it takes a couple of minutes before one of the soldiers walks up, and he does this weird movement where he does this. He puts one hand to his chest, bows his head slightly, says, "You are welcome here."
Thank you. Am I meant to have some sort of replying salute to you here? Or
No.
it's my first time in this place. Cool.
Okay, so you exit out of the
They want to
massive
touch it.
elevator near the top and enter Niliesh's upper tier. Straight onto the street, despite it being night and the moon just slightly rising above the horizon. The place is quite quiet, as in you expect it to be a little bit bustling. It's only randomly about maybe 7 or 8, so you don't understand. Nebo, you don't really see why. Normally it's quite busy, but everyone seems to be heading like home.
Is it a time for people to be heading home?
No, normally you know that the streets tend to they're quite busy all the way up until I'd say 12. Bearing in mind that's 2
Quick
hours
about our
away
business.
from 2 hours
Quickly.
away from midnight.
Let's be quick. Take us
Am I
to the
aware?
museum.
Oh, sorry. Am I aware of any kind of like any previous times where people might have been told to head home early or something like that?
No, you haven't really got an idea of what's going on. But if you want to go and ask someone, go ahead.
Silder is looking restless.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't have time for this. Come on. Where's the
Perhaps I
museum?
should
Okay.
ask the guard.
I think you're right. Let's get this over with.
So you're gonna go head straight towards the museum.
Yeah.
Okay, so
As people seem to be leaving the streets, it's probably best to get our business over and done with.
Yep. So you managed to find the museum after about 20 minutes of walking down some streets. I mean, you're pretty. You know the streets, don't you, Nebo?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you managed to find the Museum of Numenera. It's this huge spire capped with blue gems, and the moonlight is glittering off of it into Sildro's face, and he's panting as you begin walking towards the museum.
Deep
So,
breath.
Sildro, do you need some sort of medication? Do you want to go see the Uzi guy face?
We don't have money for that. He's going to have to sit in the streets and suffer in case. Or go and suck the pus out of the leader man.
Not
Yeah, we
doing
could take
either
you
of
to
those
Dead
things.
Horror.
I'm fine. Forget about it.
Stressing weed on.
Let's go.
Okay, so head up these marble stone steps,
Yeah, I stamp up them.
and
Lucky these rocks are quite resistant.
as you open the door, the secretary stands up. She's a mutant with a scaled face and yellow abhuman eyes. She goes, we're closed. You can't be in here.
No, you're not. We need something urgently.
She goes,
Ignore my hideously horrible friend.
but tonight is
You're
the
the
night of
hideous
morning. You can't be here.
You have a morning at night?
No, morning.
Oh, the other kind of morning.
Oh, you're an outsider.
Yeah.
She looks at you and goes,
And you're an insider. Big deal.
We're mourning the death of our beloved Marder. Nebo, You feel a kind of like slight grasp in your chest as you go, "Oh no."
Does that mean there's a vacancy in your hierarchy for another musical? See you later.
What happened?
She passed away. You know that she's been more like frequently not attending the daily meetings and the appearances. Well, her longevity finally gave up.
Sounds
Could
like
she
was
not?
disgusting.
Did she have? Did she just die of old age, or?
We think so, yes.
My heart weeps for you. Now we have business.
Maybe
We need
should let the
a
people for their
mechanical
morning.
body for this thing. And I pull Samantha out.
Samantha just looks like a dull marble now. Big bowling ball sized marble. She goes,
I shake her a bit.
she doesn't do anything.
Sam,
Just
answer.
put the fucking ball back in the bag. Wait.
Ball bag.
So
you
as
have
you
any mechanical simulacrums?
well, that would be Freyner's subjects. Okay, look, I'll get him now, but he'll probably be packing up and leaving.
Quick.
Leaving?
In
Yes.
fact, I'll come with you. I'll just follow her as she begins to head that way.
Okay.
Should we all follow up? Should we just steal stuff from this museum? Wait, what?
No.
Okay.
What's the name of the guy we're finding as well?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
What's Nebo's nemesis?
no.
Not that.
Actually,
Garrett
Nebo, you
Grant.
know of this guy.
Oh, do I?
You've met him maybe once or twice.
He's your
You
competition.
might have
Nebo.
attended one of his lectures.
Okay.
Maybe a couple.
Hey,
You know, he's
Does he fanboy?
He's well
What is the
versed
name of-
in automaton.
It's written there.
Oh, no. What's the name of Nebo's nemesis, though?
Garrett Grandison.
Garrett
Garrett
Granston.
Granston.
Mhm.
Okay. As we're walking, I'll ask her, do you know of Garrick Granston?
She goes, yes, of course.
Sildro, we don't need to mention that at the moment.
Garrick left a while ago. In fact, he's my cousin.
Where?
He went chasing. Well, he ended up getting fired from the police force. He's obsessed with this random vagabond by the name of Nebo.
Yes, did he return?
No, he's not
No.
yet to return. I would know. Plus, well, let's just say he's in a bit of trouble himself. He's taken the law into his own hands, and he shouldn't have. The investigation proved that this Nebo fellow had nothing to do really with the fire. It was an accident.
Do you know where he is now?
My cousin.
Garrick.
Yeah, my cousin. I don't. Otherwise,
Wait.
I would know.
Really?
Are you even listening to what this man's saying?
I'm getting completely restless. My eyes are looking left, right, and also itching myself constantly.
Garrick is not here. He
Itching
left. Has
yourself,
not returned.
whereabouts?
She does not know where he is.
Yeah, he took the
Well,
he took the law into his own hands to chase Nebo. He's obsessed with the fact that Nebo created a massive fire.
Well, we got back here before he did.
It's 'cause he probably wasn't coming back here.
Still after me out there.
You have a
Don't
way
say
of
that out loud.
contacting him.
No, I do not.
Do you think this is?
We're here. And she opens the door and goes, Doctor, Freynor. And he turns and you see this wiry, tall man in his probably middling 50s with a pure white ponytail travelling down the back. And he's got a pair of spectacles pinched onto his beak-like nose. And he's he's messing with some sort of what looks like... At first, you think he's a surgeon. He's got this human sprayed out on a surgeon table. But then as you get closer, you realise it's one of those Mastagoth creatures that you fought in the desert.
Alright, yeah.
And he's got one splayed open, its tentacles laid out by its side. And he stops, looks across, goes, yes, that'll be all, Rooney. And she nods and disappears. Ah, Nebo. Don't think
Hello
I'll
again.
ever forget a face. You ran, didn't you?
I didn't run.
I never
I
forget a student's face.
gracefully walked.
No, you didn't. You didn't stay and defend your position. You ran after the fire, didn't you?
I had a choice to make. Either stay or explore the ninth world? I
Explore.
chose the latter.
Ah, you're an adventurer now.
Not very good.
Indeed. Wait, what?
Well, you've only been gone for 4 weeks.
I
You're
know, I'm back already, it appears.
Yes. And I'm assuming you're back for a reason. You've brought Muscle Man here and... Oh. It's a very, very pleasure. It's a mighty pleasure to meet you. And he kind of like...
You two
walks forward to shake your tentacle.
Yep.
It's Freynor. Dr. Freynor.
What are you, a doctor in?
I'm a doctor in autometry.
Okay. I had gathered by the...
We need an automaton for this thing.
Preferably a vessel.
As you bring out the orb, he goes, oh my, that's a heartish orb. He grabs it off of you, and as he grabs it, it lights up and goes, hello, Doctor. And he goes, oh, what a delight. And as he goes to drop her, she floats up in front of him.
Oh, so you're not playing dead after all?
Of course not. I was just trying to get past Rooney there. She has eyes like a hawk. Kiss roll. He looks and goes, she sounds stuttery.
Yeah, I think she might have missed a few updates in the last few hundred years.
Yes, perhaps.
Yeah, fix her up.
These are old. There aren't many of these orbs left, you know that. I think Steadfast has 3 or 4. I have 1, and this is another. And she goes, you have another? He goes, yes, he likes to call himself Berthold, but I haven't activated him in a while.
Is he
Wait,
crazy
you can
too?
deactivate this?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Why
And
would
Samantha goes, Doctor, please do not tell them that.
We would
We would
never
love to know where
deactivate
the
you
off switch is.
for our own convenience.
Yeah.
She's
Where's
got,
the off switch?
She's got emotion. Like, Berthold doesn't have humour, doesn't ask to be preserved, no preservation. And Samantha goes,
It could just be...
don't turn me off. I am here for a mission. And then that's
Probably
when the
just-
doctor looks at you. Mission.
We need her. We need to get a body for her.
Oh, a body.
Mm-hmm.
What was she using before?
A golem.
a 7th grade column. I don't know. I'm saying words. I forgot.
Ah, okay, so
A big, giant, slow statue.
a rudimentary.
It was.
Something a bit more agile,
Was.
slender.
So you want something
Don't
agile and
say it.
slender. I'll be glad to help you.
Don't
but
play sexy. Damn it.
I wasn't going to. You
But
said it for me.
Nebo, you know, Marda has passed on.
Well, I heard the news.
I do need to get back to my family. So, how's about I offer you staying in my office here?
Nope.
Okay.
That's a very fine offer, actually.
Until the morning, at least.
Not staying here.
I would like to take you up on that offer.
Why are you so rude, Sildro? God, I'm sure he has like a cupboard you can sleep in.
A cupboard won't contain me.
That just sounds dirty.
It
Okay.
will be dirty. Once I'm done with it.
And that's when he
Okay.
says, right, so you can stay anywhere you want, but I can't get this done till the morning. Samantha then says, we can wait till the morning, except Sildro is probably gonna go mad. Look at him. And she floats above you slightly, shines like a little torch onto your face, and you can blink away
Out
from
of my
her.
face!
Okay.
Siljo, do you not like the city? Is it the how high we are? Off
It is
the
exactly
ground?
that. There are too many people around. Far too many.
What did
Well,
you
why don't you-
expect from Nilahesh?
Why don't you go outside then just sleep under the fucking mines?
I
in
might
the
just
mine.
do that. Tell me, do you know where Garrett Cranston is?
Oh my lord, he's not here.
You mean Rooney's cousin? Well,
Yes.
Garrick Cranston is...
Apparently out chasing me.
Yes, but Nebo, you need to understand that you were accused of the death of 3 people who died in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
He took it onto himself to try to find you, and you ran. You didn't stay, and he's obsessed with you now. And despite him knowing that it was proven to be an accident, and that's when Samantha goes, sorry. He looks at her weirdly and goes, okay. He's obsessed. He's made you into this villain, and he's not going to stop until he catches you.
Well,
Did
then
he
he
leave
should find us,
someone-
shouldn't he?
Did you lose someone in the fire?
We got here back before he did. So where is he?
Probably in the caves that we went through. He'll probably be here tomorrow or something.
He fell off the skiff the same as I did, except he didn't get picked up by anyone.
Yeah.
He was left in the desert.
And you'd killed
No,
his
he would have
guards.
walked back. He would have walked back to the nearest settlement, this being the nearest. And if we walked away from it and back to it, he should be here by now.
And we also had a 2-week time dilation.
Yeah.
It's
So-
true. Exactly.
So he wouldn't have been able to find us if he was looking for us.
You didn't even ask at Valheim if he'd been through.
It's true. He could have still been there.
Yeah.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
Look.
Unfortunately.
Just let's wait till morning and we'll sort everything out.
Very well.
Okay, Dr. Frendel.
Okay, and as he leads you towards the grand double doors of his office and tries to like edge you out, he goes, "Look, come with me. You don't have to stay here. I'm sure my wife would set you up for tonight."
You two can go. I'll find my own way.
Okay.
Okay. Rendezvous back at the museum doors tomorrow. Let's say the equivalent of 8 in the morning.
Okay.
Something
Yes.
like that.
Deal. Now you really must leave. The museum's been closed for an hour.
What's the quickest way into the mines?
Down.
The elevators.
Very well.
Okay, so
Is there any dangers down in the mines?
chemicals. That's really it, really. Not much. Not much more than that. It'll be toxic. Just as much toxic as mining is in our, you know.
Prolonged exposure, bad. Temporary exposure.
Is there a prison here?
A prison?
Yes.
Why are you acting so strange?
Answer the question.
Like, that's when everyone starts to see Sildre falls to one knee.
Well,
You begin coughing.
is there a prison here or not?
Everyone hears a thunderous snap as his arm twists backwards.
What the fuck is
Yeah.
going on?
And
Where's the prison?
that's when Sildre roars and then leaps at Furs. And then we end it there.
Holy shit.